Hello. How is everybody doing today? I still really love this music. I am not tired of it yet, even though it plays on repeat. Hi, Cadme. Also, Jake, hello. Whenever I see your name, it reminds me of those old commercials where it's like, Jake from State Farm. Hi, Mega Evie. And Shay. Hi, Xion. I realized earlier today, like where I live had a time change like 2-3 days ago. I don't think I'm good at counting. I'm not good at math, but apparently I'm not good at counting. And I realized that the time change doesn't happen everywhere in the world, and I didn't know if that would apply to everybody who's here today. Xion, you got accepted into a closed network test for the new game by the Dark Souls devs. I didn't even know that they were like working on anything new. Although I guess that makes sense because didn't like FromSoft makes those games, right? And they like had someone else do the remaster remake so that way they could work on something new. I don't know anything about those games. Don't quote me on any of that. I'm good, Jake. Thanks for asking. Hello, Pilot Fun Time. It's 12:03 where you're at, Misty. It's like 10 o'clock where I'm at. In the morning. I feel like I should specify that because if like we're from all over the world, I don't know if that's true for everybody. Hey Ava. 6 o'clock where you're at. Hey Bunny, it's nice to see you. Hi, Kyoko. I feel like we have made it a pattern now to start off these streams talking about what time it is. Again, it's very relatable. Hi, Quirky. Ermel, hi. I feel like it's been a while since we've like met, talked, had a stream. It also hasn't been that long. I realize that, but it feels like it's been long. Been a while. There are 9 chapters, but aren't like I don't think all 9 are required, are they? Isn't like 7 for the main game and like a couple are optional? Eight and 9 are post game. So like if 8 and 9 are post game, doesn't that, I guess when I hear that I think, oh, it's optional. 7 are required. Yes, I guess so. Like when I like made the title of the stream, in my mind I was like, I'll get to the 7, like I'll finish like 5, so like the one we're on, 6 and 7. That was my thought. I was not thinking of like 8 and 9. That was not my thought process. Oh, and for 8 you need to unlock hearts. So I inherently then can't do 8 because I know I missed that one crystal heart already. And I'm sure I've missed a lot of others because as far as I know, I haven't gotten any crystal hearts. I'm assuming that's what you mean is the crystal hearts. The like very Titanic looking ones. 8 and 9 are the only chapters that you must have hearts. Well then I don't even know if I can do those because I don't have any hearts. I am heartless. Inherently then I cannot do bonus content. 8 and 9 are still story, just not like the story we're on. Oh, that's intriguing. I don't know what you mean, but I don't want you to tell me what you mean because that feels like a spoiler. In 9, you need all sides of A and B sides. There are some games that I would consider myself like a completionist, but not all games. And I feel like I usually look at the game and I'm like, how difficult will this be? Is it something where I'm gonna rage quit? Because if I'm gonna rage quit, I'm not gonna do all the completionist things. And I feel like this is one of those games where I'm not gonna try to do everything because I feel like that might make me rage quit. I don't know though, I take that back because there's the assist mode, but I don't know if I would do all of that on stream. C-sides are short but hard. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna do like the 8 and 9 on stream then if it requires all of those things to like unlock it inherently. I've unlocked 2 and 3. Yeah, I have unlocked 2 of them, but if you have to do them to unlock those chapters, I don't know if I've unlocked enough. That's a good way to phrase it, Ermal, like grindy achievements. Whenever I think of that concept, I think of Arkham City, and mostly Arkham City, where there's like all those Riddler trophies. And I always saw those as extremely grindy, and there were a lot of timed ones too. And so I like, you know, like I get the ones that I can easily see myself getting, but it's like, no, I will, if I see it to where I'll hate the game overall because of how difficult the achievements are, I'm not going to do it because like I want to be able to look back at the game and say I still like you. These things didn't change my opinion overall of the game. That's how I kind of see it. Secret golden strawberry, don't use any dashes. Well, I'm definitely not kidding that. If there is an achievement for like using the most dashes possible, I would have that one. I would have that one already, no problem. Absolutely, hands down. I would have that in a heartbeat. But there's not an achievement for that. Have to do a lot on Mondays, so I'm glad this is on Tuesday. Yeah, yesterday I had some errands, like the kind of errands that you schedule 3 months ago. And so I didn't really want to reschedule it, but I could play today, so it worked out. I played Celeste on keyboard. I've kind of like loaded up the game to test like how all the software works, and I don't think I could do it. But I just have historically always played the game more on controller. I've also like played more shooting games, like first-person shooters with a controller. So I've also told people that even if I played a first-person shooter on my PC, I would use a controller. And people give me very strange looks at that because they're like, but it's easier with a mouse and keyboard. And it's like, yeah, but not for me because I'm used to a controller. I guess you can take that as you will. I look at it as like, what is my experience like? And what am I used to? And how can I build off of that versus like, what is the meta kind of a thing? And the strawberries give you different endings. I can see that. A lot of games do that, right? Where if you get enough collectibles, you get like the secret ending or the alternate ending or something like that. I mean, it encourages you to do more. Seen a lot of people play with controllers. Yeah. I also think like having different endings adds to replayability. I think of, I guess, like House of Ashes and those kinds of games where it's like you know that there's different, I guess, kind of different endings depending on the choices that you make in the game, and so that encourages you to play it again to get those different endings. What game do I plan to stream after Celeste? I think I know off the top of my head, but I don't want to say in case I'm wrong. I have like a list, and the name of the game that sticks out in my head, I'm not quite sure if that's actually the game that's at the top of my list, so I'm not quite sure how to answer that. So the game that sticks out to me is Yumaniki? I'm horrible at names. That's my defense for probably saying that incorrectly. And I don't quite know if that's just like a game I will stream or the game that's next, so take that with a huge heaping of salt. House of Ashes was incredibly long, Kyoko. I was expecting like 4 hours like the rest of the games. It was like, I think that it was like a 7-8 hour stream, so at least a 6 hour game, I would imagine. You mean, sure, Ava. Yes. We'll go with that. That sounds good. Yeah. Destro, if 8 and 9 are like locked behind, if they're gatekeep, so to speak, behind like the crystals or the cassettes, I probably won't play them, at least on stream. Having said that though, why don't we jump into Celeste? I am going to assume that the sound is good unless told otherwise. So I guess recap from what I can remember with Celeste. Last time we were in the mirror area, which makes me incredibly nervous, and Theo was stuck behind a mirror. We found his phone. We are in an area with a lot of like crystals and bubbles. I think Madeline is there. We have those things that look like they could be in an 80s video game, which of course I can't think of any like arcade 80s video games off the top of my head. And I think they're chasing us. That's what comes to the top of my brain hole with that. I'm also not afraid. Oh, I died a lot. Holy buckets. I am not afraid to use invincibility. So. Oh, this. I've forgotten every button known to man in this game. The music also sounds like it could be in like Stranger Things. It's a lot of deaths. If there is an achievement for a certain amount of deaths, I could have that achievement too. I would gladly claim that achievement. It's a lot of deaths, yeah. Oh. I've even forgotten the fact that I can jump as many times as I want. Oh, oh. Oh, no. I have a feeling I'm just gonna use invincibility here. Do I like rhythm games? Yes, if it's like... If I know the buttons, I guess. I'm thinking of Night in the Woods, where like... I was playing with the PlayStation controller, but the buttons were in Xbox, and that was not fun for me. Ugh. So, yes and no, I guess. I also used to play a lot of Guitar Hero and Rock Band, so yes. I'm saying that hesitantly. I also really want to get past this room. So we're starting this off very early with some invincibility. The word didn't even come to me. It uses color really well. Yeah, it does. Color and music. Like they use these themes to be very thematic. And the mirrors, they're very unsettling. And I don't like them. Oh. I would like that. Also kind of works. What? But I can go anywhere. I suppose I'm not supposed to with invincibility. I got confused until I remembered I'm not supposed to be able to just like go anywhere. There was an intended purpose to go up. Bye, Bunny. It was nice to see you here. Okay. Now back to just turning on all these lights. I can't go there. Oh, those are those things. Oops. I can't remember the 80s game, like the arcade game, where you are shooting at all the aliens. You're at the very bottom with the little ship. Shooting up. I'm just horrible with names today. It reminds me of like those style of like bullet time games. That's what the little creature reminds me of. I also just realized it like distorts reality. It or something does. And I'm not a fan. I am, oh, I don't go to, I'm not a fan as I walk right into it. No, I don't like that. I just want to turn on all the lights. I just want it to be very bright in here, but not near you. Oh, so I have to either go towards it, go to the left. Yeah, like Galaga, is that it? Maybe. I didn't like play a lot of those, so I feel like I'm so visual, I like recognize what it looks like, but I don't know the name. I guess I'll go here, because I don't want to go towards the scary thing. Because this looks better. I don't trust that this strawberry is just like, oh, the key that I can't get. Oh, I didn't realize that that was like spikes. Space Invaders, yes, that's the one that I was thinking of. Just like those style of games. Are they like whispers in the music? I don't like that. I didn't. Oh, there's those up top too. I'm not here. I don't need a, oh, I don't need a strawberry, but I need the keys. Ugh. You know what? I'll go towards the other danger. That sounds better. Kirby lore. When I think of Kirby, I think of like the really cute pink thing that sucks up everything. And I don't know if that's what you mean when you say Kirby lore. Oh, there's more up top. Oh, that's lovely. This looks awful. I'm hoping that's just for the strawberry. Oh, I gotta turn on all these torches. Oh, this is all distorted going up. I feel like I should go there, but I don't want to. Kirby lore is dark with eldritch entities and horrors. The pink thing. The pink thing is eldritch. Are we talking about the same thing? Oh, I don't want to go up. I know that you were telling me that I can go up. I realize that that capacity is there, but I don't want to. I also, oh, I can go this way. I also realize that that's avoidance. And I'm embracing it just a wee bit. Oh, no! Oh! No! Oh. Should have gone up. No, I don't want to go down here. Oh no. I don't want to go back. Isn't Kirby the pink ball with the pink? That's what I was saying. Lovecraft made up Kirby. Well, you know, I've never read Lovecraft, so sure, let's go with it. I had nightmares for weeks because of Kirby's lore. Kirby might be spreading that around too, because isn't Kirby like Nintendo level property of like kids stuff? Okay, well, wanting to avoid that thing is making me, like, that level avoidance of the thing that killed me is making me go towards the other thing that I was avoiding before. So which avoidance is worse? Oh, right, because that's the barrier that keeps it out. Got it. I remembered. When you talk about, like, the lore of Kirby, it reminds me of how people talk about the lore of, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, where there's, like, sometimes a certain amount that is, like, actually talked about, and then a certain amount that's kind of, like, subtext. What? Oh, the eyes are blinking. And there's whispers. This feels eldritch-like. Oh, this can stop any time now. Oh, that's death. Shit. Is the crystal talking? I'm sorry. What is happening here? Theo! Oh, Theo's in the crystal on top of the Cthulhu. Okay. Okay. I didn't see that with all the eyes. And we're not talking to the light. We're talking to Theo. This is just like where we decided to talk to Theo. I think I'm caught up. Okay, Theo, thank God I found you. Yes, of course. This is, yep, okay. Madeline, wow, am I happy to see you? Sure, yeah. Just need to zoom in on that. Are you all right? I don't think Theo's all right. I don't think Theo's all right. Yeah, I'm fine. Are you? This feels like the type of fine that we say, but like, that doesn't match everything else. I've just been stuck in this crystal thing for ages. Oh, so you're being sarcastic. That means not fine. That's sarcasm. Do you get the feeling that this place knows you better than you know yourself? Yes. Yeah. I'm so embarrassed that you have to see this side of me. Like the cassette, this side of me. Feels very punny. I tried to stop you. She looks pissed. I hope that selfie was worth it. This feels like a slight jab. This sounded like he was like, yo! Selfies are always worth it, dude. I shouldn't be mad. This isn't your fault. I'm glad you're safe, but you're trapped because of me. So, like, Madeline is blaming herself because of this whole situation and has enough awareness to know that she's not mad at him. Like, this is like her own defense mechanisms. Like, she recognized that she's potentially projecting onto him and just like saying that out loud, but it doesn't change the fact that she's still kind of upset. And now this temple is showing you what I'm really like. Oh, so also afraid that once he sees what she's really like, he won't like her anymore. Not like romantically, but like won't be friends. It makes me think back to this idea of like, if we're anxious, we have these negative thoughts. So like, well, what if when you see me, you won't like me? And then I'm not gonna have friends anymore. I'm horrible. And it's so easy to think negative thoughts, like, I'm horrible. Hey, we're in this together. I mean, quite literally at this point. He's kind of trapped. Don't act like this is all on you. Oh, I don't like the eyes. Please make them stop. What do you mean? You didn't trap me in this crystal. Yeah, Cthulhu did. Sure, these monsters are coming from you, but the temple is shaping itself around me too. Oh. So like Theo was like, maybe part of this is a reflection of me too. Maybe the eyes? If he wants to have as many eyes on him as possible with like Instagram, then are the eyes a reflection of Theo? Like, all eyes on me. I can feel it. You can see it too. Like, they're everywhere and it's creepy and unsettling. These eyes are staring at me. And this crystal is coming from me. I know it. So like the crystal being, so like the eyes are like getting as many eyes on me as possible with like social media, but the crystal almost being like being put up on a pedestal and like he can be seen from everywhere all the time. Like that kind of an idea. I hate to ask, but I really need your help right now. Well, why would you hate to ask? Like you, like if we're talking about reciprocal relationships, he helped Madeline before, so couldn't she also just like return the favor? Okay, I've got your back. I'll bust you out of that thing and we'll escape together. That feels like a good moment to be like, yo! I can't do it. I can't do it in a serious way. Just as soon as I find my way around to you, without running headfirst into a crystal like I did before. Madeline, you're my only hope right now. Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. But like, no pressure, right? Like that would feel like absolutely no pressure, right? No pressure at all. I believe in you, for real. I hope it's not a mistake. Again, no pressure. I don't like the eyes. The eyes can stop anytime now. Oh, we can talk more. I just moved it back. We're just going on an adventure with moving my face around. If the temple is showing me who I really am, then I deserve this, don't I? That word deserve. I will probably always talk about the word deserve. Always. Because deserve is so heavy. Like, how do we decide what we deserve or don't deserve? We can't. Just, like, we can't actually decide that. But that's not how we talk about stuff. And because we focus more on the negatives than because we focus more on the negatives than the positives, we tend to focus on, like, deserving terrible things. So this idea of, like, I deserve shit. I deserve negative things. I deserve, like, that kind of stuff. Alex? You have to stop being so hard. Wait, what? Am I missing? Who is Alex? Is that like a first name or a last name that I just like don't know? Because, okay, like this is Theo. This is Madeline. Who's Alex? What? Thank you. Who's Alex? Sorry, I meant Madeline. Who's Alex? No, that wasn't a mistake. That was like a Freudian slip level, like that was purposeful. If we're talking about a game that is like, the colors are purposeful, the music is purposeful. Like this is, who's Alex? But my comment still stands. Who's Alex? Who in your past was named Alex, who was close to you, who seems similar to Madeline, so then you're also more likely to help Madeline because they remind you of Alex, right? Like they seem very similar. Who's I know you can't tell me, like don't actually tell me, right? But like I'm musing out loud. But my comment still stands. No one deserves this, least of all you. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I can do this. Color me intrigued. Okay. Oh no, now I have to go back to the creature? Okay, so there's a way to the right, way to the left. Yeah, please don't actually spoil it. I'm just musing out loud about who Alex is. I don't want to go back to the creature. I'm sorry, what are those sounds? Those sounds weren't there before. I can't tell if it's like the music or something else. So there's way off to the right. Oh, I need one of those things to go through here. Ugh. Ugh. Hi, buddy. Oh my gosh, please. Up here. Okay, bye. What bullshit is this? I'm assuming that the drum beating is part of the music at this point. Because we've changed screens several times and it's still there. I hate this. I hate all of this. This is awful. There's tentacles and crystals. Oh! Hi, Sir Pompulus. Oh, I should try not to die. That would be great. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, this is awful. Boom. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Ah, oh, I didn't die. I just like needed a moment of realization there. Oop. Where am I going? Oh, there's tentacles everywhere. To the right? I really hope if I die right now, the key stays with me. Ooh. I just want that. Thank you. Just. Oh, I actually wasn't gonna get the strawberry, but that works. Oh. Okay, so where's up go? Oh, up is death. Up is awful. Oh, this is death too. This is horrible death. Bad part about doing all these lanterns things is I didn't need that door, did I? Ooh! Please leave me alone. Ugh. Hi, Gladstash. This looks awful too. This looks horrible. That was death. Oh, no. That was also death. Go. Don't make me do invincibility. I will do it. I feel like a parent, like, threatening a child. Like, don't make me pull this car over and do invincibility, because I will. Oh, shit. See what you made me do. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, that's all? hall? I wanted a key. Oh, this horrible area. Ugh. What's down here? Death? Oh, gross. I'm not doing that. Oh, light. Thank you. Oh, so wait, I haven't been here? Oh, I could have opened that. Oh well. Okay, I'm assuming I need more keys, but for what doors? Oh, I don't want to go down. Oh. This feels like the downside of turning on all the lanterns. Is now I don't know where I've been and not been. I mean, I've technically been to the places, but... Okay, so there's one way to the right to get to Theo and one way to the left. Well, let's... Why are you here? Oh, well, I don't... It's not what I wanted. Oh, found it! That's death. Well, I found the door. That's great. So I do need... But these don't open anything. Oh, I need it to make the red bubble go all the way across. I see. I see. Got it. Okay. Well. Oh, I don't want that strawberry. I still don't want that strawberry. I'm assuming then... Oh, no. I do want to open this, though. I am assuming that I do need to go down. And then go back up for those keys. That feels right. Oh, no, this is horrible. Oh my gosh, why? And it's so distorted. Why? Leave me alone. Oh, no, I didn't want that. Oh! Nope! Do I still have the invincibility on? Nope! Oh my gosh! Okay. I'm incredibly lost. I didn't want this game to mirror my real life that much. Oh. Ugh. No! Leave me alone! Oh! Oh! You don't stay dead. No, leave me alone. Wait, what? It can go through the red crystals, right? Oh! Come here, come here. How? Oh, you get it for me. Ooh, no, please leave. That's shit. Oh, this is all shit. This looks awful. Oh, God. Ugh. What? I feel like this is less like trying to collect keys and more just trying to get all the torches. Ooh. Oh, that's not as bad as it looks when you have infinite dashes. Oh! I don't like the whispering. Remember that you can grab the wall. But why grab wall when you can just jump? Can I just get over there? I suppose I will do the game as intended. That should be it, right? Oh no, stay away. Stay. No, leave me alone. I just want to wander aimlessly until it's not aimless. Oh, it looks like she's just turning constantly in that bubble, which looks horrible. That would make me nauseous. The distortion here. Oh no, I would need another key for that. The distortion here looks awful. Oh no. What? Oh no! This looks horrible! Oh, don't just dash into the crystal. No! Why? Why are you dark? Why go dark? Stop, 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 stop. Please stop. Yeah! Panic dashing! The whispering is reverse talking. Oh, no. 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 That makes it creepier. That makes it creepier. Talking about her mental health. I mean, it's creepy to hear it in reverse. Ugh. Oh, please leave me alone. What are you blue things? These blocks? There's a lot of panic dashing. The mirror temple is supposed to be creepy. I understand that, and it is accomplishing its job fantastically. Hello, Amethyst Duo. Amethyst. Oh, the whispers. Oh, I can't dash in that block. Oh, I would very much like to light these torches up. Nope. Oh, please leave me alone. Oh, I can't just go through there. Oh. I'm assuming it's in one of these blocks. Oh, it's gross. Hey, buddy, please come here. No, oh, no, like down here. No, on the other side. No, not there. Here. No, not that side. Down here. Buddy, no, not there. Oh, that works. Oh, it's one of those. Hello, friend. Yes. Please, be my friend down here. Here. No. Ugh. No, here. It's like hurting a cat. Only with a cat, you could use like... Oh, no. You could use like catnip or something. Oh. Here, kitty kitty. Here, kitty kitty. I can't say that too loud or my cats might actually hear. Oh, come on. Oh! When you try to take your Eldritch Horror on a walk, all I can picture for that is like all those videos where people put like the harness on their cat and the cat just like, oh, it just goes limp. Hey, buddy. Oh, thank you. Oh, it wasn't even there. You. Oh, it's gone now. That's just great. You can lead an Eldritch Horror to blocks, but you can't make it break it. That's, yep. Oh, this. Here we go. Theo, I finally found you. Yep. I knew you'd make it. It wasn't easy. No, it wasn't. Are those monsters really coming from inside me? Well, what? Are you gonna fight? Like, that's from me. No, that's from me. Because I feel like this is what we're more likely to do. I feel like we are most likely to sit here and say, this is like from me, than to blame someone else. Because that's what both of these characters have done. They're more likely to blame themselves than other people. Madeline, that's a valid question. I'd be happy to discuss how the monsters relate to your inner self. But right now, my inner self is really stuck. Or is real sick of being stuck in this crystal. Is that your inner self or outer self, though? All right. Don't worry, I'll break you out. How? Oh. That... Well, this is a solid start, but we're not gonna, like, ride him. Like he's a skateboard. Well, not him, but like the crystal thing he's in. This crystal is like an expression of my negative psychic energy or whatever. Yeah, so like what I was saying before. So Madeline's like negative self is like a full-on version of herself. Like flies around and causes chaos, right? Like a weird negative Santa, but like instead of giving presents, the presents are like replications of herself. Theo's is less likely to like be as outward and more inward, just like curling up like a little turtle. Yeah, but how do we break it? If I knew why I trapped myself in this thing, maybe I could bust out. That's... How deep are we gonna go into figuring this out? But I don't. I don't think I can get to the bottom of it while we're stuck in this nightmare dimension. Is there just gonna be like a random phone call that will just give us a ton of insight? I hate to say it, but you might have to... Theo? She sounds so pissed. As like pissed as a chipmunk can sound. Theo, don't even think about that. I am not leaving you behind. The voice. I can't. Hell no, you better not leave me in this place. I was gonna say you might have to carry me. Are we gonna ride him? Oh. Oh yeah, I can do that. Oh my god. I can't tell if you guys really like Theo or don't. Oh my gosh. And all the eyes. Dang girl, you can lift. I mean, like, Madeline never skips leg day. Oh, now the door's open. All right, you got this. Well, now they don't. Oh, you. Sorry, Theo. Sorry. I didn't mean to just, like, Yeet him into the wall! Oops. Alright. Crushing it. That door didn't stand a chance. He's just like, I hope you know how to deal with these things. He's just like giving these very Instagrammable type inspirational comments from inside the crystal. Oh no, I have to do this while holding Theo. Okay. No! Sorry, Theo, you stay here. You stay where it's safe. I can't not throw you. I'm sorry. Oh, I want to open up the door. Stay away. Don't go near the door. Go somewhere else. Somewhere where there's something bright and shiny for you to look at. Please leave me alone. How? Oh, I have to do the door again. Do I have to yeet Theo at him? No. Well, that just got me eaten. Whoa! Oh. Okay, you also can't go through Theo. Please? You're so slow, Theo. If you could at least keep up the commentary so I'm not distracted. Ah, by the yelling. Not yelling, whispering. My brain was panicked, so it made the word louder. It made sense in my brain. Oh! Theo. I wish you could help more. I'm not saying that you can't help, but like... Don't see me. Oh! Well, that's a mood. Oh! Oh! No. I'm not here. Go look at Theo. And his plaid. Isn't it really pretty? You should just keep looking at Theo. Nope. Theo wants people to look at him. I do not. Also, if you run into the back of it, you also die. Go! I will turn on invincibility. Oh. I threw that. I totally, you know what? I'm gonna blame the game and say that, this is a consequence of your actions. Come on, Theo. They're not cool enough for us here. Oops. Leave me alone. I have my friend. Another one? Come on. Why is there a springy thing? What? Oh. I was like, where's the button? It just slows you down. I I still don't like the eyes. Oh my gosh, I have to get the shields with Theo. This is not only the idea, the whisperings can really stop anytime now. Anytime would be fantastic. This is not only this idea of like, I'm overcoming this challenge, but it's also like, I'm overcoming this challenge with you. Like, you are my companion, but it's also this idea of like, you're not a burden. Because we have a character who quite literally slows us down. We can't do the same things that we were doing before. We can't be as fast, all that other stuff. And yet Madeline never sits there and says like, this is too much, I'm giving up. Like, you're not like I don't get enough from this relationship to make it worth it. It's definitely this idea of like, you're not a burden. Whoop. Hi, yes. I would very much like to grab my friend. Thank you. I threw him. I'm so sorry, Theo. That would feel really uncomfortable. There's so many buttons. Nope. Sorry, Theo. Oh, I also just like forgot how to dash because I haven't been able to. No. Okay, please stop. Let me play the game how I want to. Sorry. Oh, you have to do that. Or I can. Theo. Thank you. No! Stop! This is not how any of that is meant to go. Oh, do I have to throw Theo to get that one? Oops. Theo. Huh. Nice! Theo saves the day again! If you don't have invincibility, he doesn't bounce. So then if you threw him into the crystal, what happens? Oh, you kill him. Oh. Well, I'm glad that I had invincibility. Well, then how does he get past that? Because that... I had to throw him. Sorry, Theo, if that would have killed you. Oh, I can't. Oh. Theo. There. I didn't throw. Madeline. Oh, there's an Eldritch Horror. Nope. You need to stay here. Woo! Just, no, I want to grab my friend! No, Theo! Please just let me have my friend. No! Stop knocking him off of me! No! No, Madeline. There. Kind of. Wow. Okay. No! Not over there! Theo! They really don't like Theo. Go over there. Go to the other side. I was hardly touching the buttons and they just push him everywhere. Okay. Theo, come with me real quick. Yes! No! Yes! Theo! Oh, good. I never thought the invincibility would be stressful. Stop! I just want to get my friend away from all of this! Okay, Theo. Oh, good. Okay, Theo. Theo, Oh, wait, no! That was the perfect opportunity! That also works. Oh, I almost went in without him. Or he almost went in without me. Imagine playing with that invincibility. I imagine that sounds horrible. No! Okay. Can I? No. How? Stop. Okay, stop throwing. I think that I forget that I have to keep holding it. And that's how I keep throwing him everywhere. Okay, so how far can I throw you, Theo? I suppose I could just... Whoa! Theo! Theo, you're getting tossed a lot. Okay. You stay there. No, no, I didn't want to go that way. Can I throw you like that? Oh, okay. And then oh! The one time I want to throw you. Not as intended, but it worked. We have to be close, I can feel it. Or that's your brains being a little rattled from all the throwing. One or the other. Hey. Oh no, don't make me jump with Theo. No. Stop. I just want to get my friend somewhere, okay? Woo! Or, stop. Stop knocking him off of me. Oh. Stop. Oh. That kind of worked. Okay, you stay here. No! Theo! Come with me, please. Oh, you... Ooh, okay. I don't like them just pushing him off of my arms. Just let me have my friend. Oh, what is this? No, no, I don't like this. No. Oh no. What? Nope. At least they help by having the doors closed behind you so you can't go backwards. This is horrible. Oh. This is Eldritch Horror. Why are we going towards the eyeball? Oh. Yeah, just like, you know. Theo has his phone back. It might be a little cracked, but Theo has his phone back. Oh, joy. What's more? Like, what is after that? Oh, reflection. So, like, more mirrors. That's fantastic. Did you know it is impossible to outrun your own reflection? Oh, your own reflection. Or shadow, like Peter Pan style. Also, who is sending us postcards on a mountain? Oh, we're carrying Theo. Just like keep this here for a little bit. Theo, you're awake. Am I? I'm skeptical. No, you're Theo. See, that's how that works. I had a messed up nightmare. Yeah, about that. Wait. Oh yeah, it's all come back to me now. That actually happened. Thanks for getting us out of there. I'm glad we were in it together. I don't know if we could have done that alone. What? First off, we're Theo. And we have dialogue choices? This hasn't been present the entire rest of the game. How long was I out for? Or what's really going on here? Well, I don't care how long you were out for. That sounds awful, but I'm not a doctor. What's really going on here? Clearly, this isn't a normal mountain. Yes, I mean, there was a ghost and all those other things, like D, all of the above. Clearly, this isn't a normal mountain. What's really going on here? Also, that implies that, like, Madeline would know. It's fair that we can, like, muse out loud, but usually this question kind of implies the other person would know. I should have told you sooner. Oh, wait, she does know. I should have told you sooner. Oh, okay, she's just talking about, like, the other, like, version of her. Back at the old ruins, a part of me escaped from a mirror, but that doesn't mean, like, that doesn't say anything about the mountain itself. Or, like, why we climbed this mountain, why this particular mountain, all of those things, right? Like, Everest exists. A part of me I'm not very proud of. I swear I dreamt it. You think the mountain made her real. Also, excuse me. Also, the mountain is, like, colored and capitalized, almost like what we do with people's names. And I think that's what the game does with names too. It makes them a specific color. So it implies that, like, the mountain is an entity. The mountain is named. Yeah. She's been haunting me the whole time. She lashed out at Mr. Oshiro. Yeah, but, like, okay, Mr. Oshiro was already a ghost. So, like, that already implies that there's something paranormal that existed before that other part of you. Like, Madeline is talking about it, like, chain of events, other part of me, and then lashing out at Oshiro. But, like, Oshiro existed before the other part of you. I think she was the reason the gondola stalled out. Could be. It was also a really fucking old gondola. And she was there in the temple. Also, if we really, like, are thinking negative thoughts about ourselves, we could be kind of seeing things that could confirm that. Like, seeing things that are in line with our own belief system. So, if we're in a place surrounded by mirrors, wouldn't that kind of just potentially be that idea? Why didn't you say something? She was having a panic attack. Although, if I remember right, the chain of events of the gondola and then the panic attack. I wouldn't have gone into that temple if I knew what this mountain was capable of. But would you have believed her, though, too? Like, that's a really hard thing to to like, it's really hard to open up and be vulnerable with people, especially people that we don't know. If we're unsure if people will believe us, especially basically strangers. Theo is essentially a stranger. I tried to stop you. You could have mentioned that your demon doppelganger was on the loose. Again, who would believe that? Come on, Theo. Her, like, angry, upset chipmunk voice is adorable, even though I know it's not intended to be. You know how crazy this sounds. I didn't even believe myself. Okay, okay. I understand. Next time, just talk to me, though. I promise I'll believe you. Okay. Oh, we can choose who says what. How long was I out for? Why is it so easy for you to trust me? Ooh, we can talk about trust. Or you can thank him for believing us. Ooh, these second two are... I don't care how long he was out for. Also, who is Alex? Don't answer that. I'm musing out loud still. Why is it so easy for you to trust me? Why is it so easy for you to trust me? Seriously, you barely know me. Honestly? Oh, is Alex's sister? You remind me of my sister. That's adorable. What's she like? Probably like you, right? Like, oh, you'd love her. Actually, you might not get along at first, but you'd eventually love her. She's a literal rock star. So if Theo's sister is a literal like rock star who would have like tons and tons of eyes on her and whose social media would probably be blowing up, is he jealous of his sister? Especially like older sister. If that's like their relationship, like older sister, then is that why he's like trying to aspire to get all the social media followers, that kind of thing? She's a musician? Yeah, but like, musician doesn't have the same feeling to it as rockstar, right? Like rockstar doesn't imply you can be awful at music and still be a rock star. Not like you can just make that happen, right? But that's kind of the implication, right? Like rockstar is like not just about the music, it's about like the fame and the glory and all of that other stuff. Musician is more about the music itself. Like they have different feels to them. So when Theo says rockstar, it's like, again, it's more than just the music. It's the fame, it's the glory, it's all those other things. But then when Madeline talks about it, it's like, oh, like the music. And it's like, no, not really. That's so cool. Okay, she's not literally a little rock she's not literally a literal rock star. Then why would you use the word literally? That's literally what it means. The whole point of language is to communicate effectively so other people understand the concepts that we are trying to convey. If you use words that aren't accurate, you're not actually conveying the concepts as they're meant to be conveyed inherently, then it's ineffective communication. Or were you trying to make yourself sound better by saying you had a sister who's a little rock star? Yeah, it is Alex. Alex is just amazing at everything. So if we talk about like family dynamics, right? If we have one sibling who's just like perfect, who's always good at everything, that can be really hard to see if we're the other sibling. Because then it's like, I'm just like, because then it's basically saying Alex is the golden child. Alex is just like good at everything. Alex is just whatever she touches, she's good at. And that can be really hard when we're not the golden child. It can be hard to look at it and say, like, what about me, right? We're constantly comparing ourselves to this idea of perfect. And realistically, people who are kind of like the golden child in their family aren't perfect. They're just praised like they are perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect for them to be like the golden child. But then we end up comparing ourselves to the golden child sibling, and comparing ourselves to this idea of perfect. And it's hard to see that, like, first off, the sibling isn't perfect. And it's hard to see that, like, maybe we're not as awful as we think we are, because then we tell ourselves, well, they're perfect and I'm awful. It becomes this kind of good and bad comparison. She's studying to be a civil rights lawyer. Damn. So, like, how does he see himself in comparison to her? Right? Like, these are the questions that I'm running through my head. Wow. How do I remind you of her? That's a great question. You both live so deep inside your own heads. But this is a stranger, essentially. What about this stranger told Theo that, like, she has these qualities? Because he's known Madeline for such a short amount of time. And of course he's known his sister for, like, however long. But what about Madeline told him, oh yes, like, you're struggling with anxiety, you are always analyzing yourself, you're second guessing yourself, all those things that we could say are like living inside your head. Oh, Alex has this amazing internal compass. It's obvious that she'll get where she needs to be. I can see that in you too. I wish I could say the same for myself. So despite the fact that he says this about his sister, he does the exact same thing, right? He shames, blames, and guilts himself, which could be the exact same thing that we could say his sister does. Again, how long was I out for? Who do you think built the temple? Boo. Thank you for believing in me back out there. Your sister sounds great. I really remind you of her. Yeah, let's find out more about your sister. Let's find out more about your family. Your sister sounds great. I really remind you of her? Are you kidding me? You're the one who's dead set on climbing this mountain. So, like, the determination, and you don't even know why. That's classic Alex. Does she not know why, though? I'm just teasing you. So is he, like, settling into the type of relationship that he would have with his sister? With, like, you know, sibling teasing, that kind of thing? Why are you climbing the mountain anyways? You're right, I don't even know why. Oh, so now she's second guessing herself, like, oh no, existential dread. I don't know why. I just had to get out of my head. So kind of like, if I'm doing something incredibly hard, then I have to focus all of my time, energy, effort on that instead of what's going on in my head. I'm stuck in a cycle. You're preaching to the choir here. I've had many a soul-destroying day job. Work is fine, actually. So it's not work. It's like the anxiety. It's all these other things. I'm going crazy. I can't stop thinking about dumb crap that doesn't matter. So anxiety. And our anxiety will tell us these things matter, which is why we have a hard time thinking about it. My brain fixates on these stupid things that happened forever ago. I should be over them. So kind of like the idea of, do you remember that stupid thing you did back in 3rd grade? Oh yeah, that thing. Let's fixate on that. And then we have a hard time remembering that nobody else in 3rd grade remembers it. Because we convince ourselves that everybody cares still. None of it even matters. But it feels like it matters, so we end up fixating on it. I'm good at keeping up appearances, but the truth is I'm barely holding it together. Because we also live in a society that values, like, holding it together, so sometimes we get very good at looking that way on the outside, because that gets rewarded. If we get rewarded for looking like we have our shit together, we're going to continue to do that, even though internally we don't feel that way. Especially when we live in a society that has a lot of mental health stigma. So that means we don't bring up the mental health stuff that's going on, and we continue to, like, mask what's going on because we get rewarded for the masking. I'm sorry, that's pretty rough stuff. Can I help? You're already helping. Yeah, I mean, like, being able to have an open, honest, and vulnerable conversation is incredibly helpful, but we don't see it that way oftentimes. We're like, oh, it's just talking. It feels good to say it out loud. You don't talk to anyone about it? Well, talking is vulnerability, though. And that's incredibly hard, especially when that anxiety comes up and says, like, what if they say this, or what if they say that? And Theo has shown that like we can be vulnerable with him, and he was also like vulnerable in return. It's been a very reciprocal nature. No, not really. My mom knows I get depressed and have panic attacks. That's about it. So like we're vulnerable with our mom, but like this is the only person in our life we're vulnerable with, which can be incredibly lonely. No wonder you feel trapped. How do you cope with anything? I drink mostly. The look on her face and her tone of voice shows that like she recognizes this is not a healthy way to cope, but it's like she doesn't know what else to do. So it's like, this is what I do because I don't know what else to do, or I don't have anyone to talk with, all of those other things. And I get mad at people on the internet. Mad at people or trolling? Oh gosh, there's so many more options. Okay. Who do you think built the temple? Oh, so we're no longer asking about like how long Theo's been out. What brought you to the mountain? Thank you for believing in me back there. Do you mind talking about what depression is like? Let's talk about this. Would you mind talking about what depression is like? It sucks. Well, that's it. That's it, guys. If you ever want to know what depression is like, it sucks. 2 words. Yeah, but what does it feel like? What are you gonna say? English died in my brain hole. Alex struggles with it too. I really want to understand. So like he is asking from a place of like curiosity. It's like, I want to understand this thing that like is a feeling that if I'm not feeling, I have a hard time with. We can talk about something else if you want to, but he also gives the safety to say like, you don't have to talk about this. It's like I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I can't see anything in any direction. It's claustrophobic, yet I feel exposed. I remember feeling normal, but now it just feels out of reach no matter what I try. Then again, I was probably always messed up. The like term messed up, it doesn't feel great. It just took something hurtful to bring it out. The chipmunk voice. There must be something wrong with me. Whatever happened, I'm sure it's not your fault. I guess I thought that I could, I don't know. I'm just floating in this abyss, swimming in a random direction, hoping that I find something. That's really why I'm here. So like, it sounds like apathy. Like apathy is almost like lack of emotions, I guess is like the best way to describe it off the top of my head. I think sometimes we think of like lack of emotions is like, or maybe apathy is like numbness. I don't know. English is obviously incredibly hard for me right now, but sometimes when we talk about like how we feel, granted, I may have these conversations with people more often than other people, and I will totally own that, but I think sometimes we look at this idea of like, oh, if I'm not happy, if I'm not sad, if I'm not mad, then I must be like, I guess, apathetic or numb. But that's not quite it. Apathy is almost like this idea of like, things that should make us happy don't make us happy, and we're numb to those things. Almost like that idea. So it's not just like, oh, nothing happened today, so I don't feel extraordinarily happy. It's almost like this kind of feeling of feeling like we're just floating there and nothing's like moving us. We're just like existing. And so apathy is the word that comes to mind for what she's describing. That there is nothing that can reach us. That kind of a concept. And sometimes then we do things just to make ourselves feel, because it's like, well, these things that used to make me feel happy don't make me feel happy anymore. And that's something that I think sometimes we hear a lot with depression, but then sometimes it's hard to know these vague concepts that like maybe we've heard but then to actually feel it is sometimes different. And to take these concepts and give words, or to take these words, I guess, that we may have heard, just like commercials even, but to then feel them is sometimes a different thing. And sometimes it's kind of, I hear depression talked about too, like almost like burnout, where it's almost like worn down, lack of energy, that kind of thing, where it almost feels like, oh, I'll do these things tomorrow because like I'm just exhausted, but then that exhausted feeling doesn't go away. So sometimes having the value of having conversations like this is really in being able to come together and say, this is what this was like for me, or this is what this is like for me, and to see all the different ways that this can kind of show up. And then it's a lot easier to know if it does show up for us, what it actually looks like, versus having it being something that's hidden away. And then if we do experience it, we don't know what it looks like. And something else with depression that I think we don't talk about very often is that it's not always just like a constant thing, I guess. We can have periods of time. So I think for me, at least, like before like therapy, like learning about therapy stuff, I kind of learned about depression through like antidepressant commercials, and they make it sound like once you're depressed, you're just like always fucking depressed. Like that's it. Boom. And I always think of those antidepressant commercials where there's like the rain cloud over the person or the ball that they're carrying around, and they kind of portray it as though like that's it, like that's the rest of your life. And some people may experience it that way, but I think again, there's value in having conversation about these things, because then we can find out that depression doesn't always look like that. Sometimes it comes in waves, where there will be periods of time where we struggle with this depression, and then periods of times where we don't. Because then I've had a great deal of conversations with people where they didn't know that what they were struggling with for depression, or they didn't know that it was depression that they were struggling with, because they thought, like I did, that you just feel depressed and then you're just like always depressed for the rest of your life. And they didn't realize that it can kind of come in waves. You can have periods of time in your life where you're depressed, and then you're not depressed, and then periods of time you're depressed. And there's also like a variety of different kinds of depression, so to speak. And again, this is where the value for me is in having these conversations, so we can learn more about this stuff in general. And that's the drawback of the stigma of mental health and making everything so secretive, is that if we do struggle with this, we don't know what it is, and then it's incredibly confusing, and we also don't realize then how common it might be, and then we think we're the only ones struggling with it, which makes everything so much harder. But I can't escape myself. I'm literally fighting myself the entire way. Maybe this is all pointless. I think that's it can be really hard to like see. In general, our brain is like programmed to have us see the negative things that go on in life. But I think that's even more of a tendency that happens when we're feeling depressed. We see more of the negative things. It's almost like we're fighting against that exhaustion just constantly, even more so. Madeline, you just saved my life. Very true. That's not pointless. Yeah. But it's hard to see that though in the moment, especially when we're feeling that apathy and we're feeling that like lack of energy and that exhaustion. Look, you're a good person. You're a little intense, but you're a good person. I think you're just trying to push out of that rut you're stuck in. And that's a totally legit reason to climb the mountain. Maybe. That's helpful. This part of you that's haunting you, maybe she comes with the territory. I guess like when I think of empathy, I kind of sit here and wonder like, normally we look at anger and those kinds of anger we usually look at as a bad emotion, right? Even though inherently emotions aren't bad. But apathy is usually kind of this idea of feeling numb or lack of emotions, like I said. So could we say that potentially that the battle and like the other side of her, or the other part of her, as potentially a good thing if it means that it's showing more emotions or having more emotions or feeling more emotions, or even like bringing those emotions out of Madeline, because that's not apathy? I guess that's something to think about, because we don't usually see anger and sadness and all those things like good emotions, but if it's not apathy, are those good emotions? Are those good things to feel? That's a really good point, Budling, is like when we feel depressed, we can have that feeling of, if I'm helping myself, if I'm getting treatment, if I'm like, you know, if I'm like doing like the medication therapy stuff, I'm taking up resources that someone else could use. And that can make us feel like we're a burden. And we can have a hard time seeing that like, that's not the case. It's very much this idea that these thoughts are like a filter that we see everything around us through. And if we feel like we're a burden, if we feel like we're bothering other people, we're dragging other people down, or we're like taking up resources that other people can use, this is how, like, that's how we'll see that stuff. Even though these are the things that are helpful for us. And like, that's why they exist, is like for us. So you think I'm stuck with her forever? Forever? Well, she's stuck with you too. I like how Theo's like, here's another way to look at it. That's not helpful. I mean, but like, what are we kind of expecting though too, right? Like, if we go into something expecting everything to be magically changed, we're always going to be disappointed. Who do you think built the temple? What brought you to the mountain? Thank you for believing in me back there. So you want to destroy this part of you. Ooh, why not take a vacation instead with some nice selfies? So you want to destroy this part of you. So you want to destroy this part of you. Won't that hurt you too? But if Madeline feels like she's a burden, how would she feel about that concept? Even though it's inherently hurting herself. If I don't, she's just going to keep bullying me. She says she's protecting me, but that's obviously not true. Maybe she thinks she is. She could be some kind of twisted defense mechanism. Honestly, who cares? Well, wouldn't Madeline care? Like, she's the one who's climbing the mountain. She's the one who's trying to figure all this stuff out. She has so much control over me. I hate it. Maybe you can learn to control her instead. Well, not even control. I think control to me has like a negative feeling to it. We always want control inherently, right? Like, because control comes with this idea of, a lot of times when we want to control things, we want to be able to know like what the future will hold. We want to be able to know how people react to things. Like, there's a lot that comes with this concept of control. But inherently we can't have that. So if we tell ourselves like, I have to be able to control things, we're kind of setting ourselves up for failure, because again, there's a great deal of things that we can just inherently never control, as much as we may not like that. So I don't like the idea of trying to control this like other aspect of ourselves, because again, like, there's just so much that we cannot control in life. I kind of like the idea of instead like adapting to or living with, because those things to me feel more adaptable or even just like more realistic. We can adapt to situations far easier than we can control things. We can adapt to how other people react. Again, like, if the future is uncontrollable, we can adapt to that. Like, that to me feels like a healthier way to kind of approach things than control. The feather helps a lot. But the feather also okay, so Madeline is basically saying this way of mindfulness meditation that helped. Cool, great, fantastic, right? I love mindfulness meditation, I'll own that. But the feather concept is not about control. The feather concept was about how can I focus on myself and my breathing, but that's not saying like we can fully control that. It's more about like focusing, or again, adapting, we could say, right? It's different ways to look at things. Theo isn't a perfect therapist, but he is far better than most would in this situation, I think. I mean, Theo isn't a therapist, but I think he asks a lot of questions about the other person. And he seems to know, like, a lot of terms, like defense mechanism, right? So maybe Theo has been to therapy, so he knows these terms, he's picked them up. And maybe he's helped his sister through things. He had said before that he learned about the feather technique from his grandfather, I think. So maybe he has practiced, essentially, helping Alex through panic attacks. So he could be playing out with Madeline the same things that he's done with Alex. This could almost be him just playing out what he's kind of used to, but like with a different person. So there's still like a newness to it. Thanks for teaching me that. Just one of my grandpa's many nuggets of wisdom. Who do you think built the temple? What brought you to the mountain? Thank you for believing in me back there. Why not take a vacation instead? I still love that idea. It's very much like, take a selfie. Thank you for believing in me back there. Yeah, it takes so much vulnerability and so much trust for something like that. Also, we yeeted him into an eldritch eye hole, so, you know. For believing in me back there, I mean. Believing in you was the easy part. Yeah, because for Theo, he had said that there is a certain amount of what happened in the mountain that was his part too. So I imagine for Theo, his perspective might be he was focusing on his own negative stuff. And so it's a lot easier to trust someone else, like, than to admit, like, here are my negative things. Like, that might have been the hard part for him. I wish I could have helped. I was pretty useless. Ooh, that's a big word. Stuck in that thing. I also scrambled your brain like a lot. There's a lot there. You actually helped a lot. Again, like, so for both of these characters, they seem to fall into this idea of if something bad happens, whatever bad thing happens, even if it has nothing to do with me, it's my fault automatically. I always inherently cause the bad thing. But if something good happens, doesn't matter like who caused it, the good thing happened because of you, right? So like good things get attributed to the other person and bad things get attributed to us. Honestly, I couldn't have made it without your support, because like both of these characters seem to be doing this idea in different ways, right? Like Theo seems to be a little more subtle, but this idea of like Madeline takes responsibility for bad things and takes the good things, says it's because of you, and Theo kind of does the same thing. What brought you to the mountain? Yeah, what is he working on? How about you? What brought you to the mountain? Like, why go through all this time, effort, all that other stuff? Like, we do things for a reason, we do things for a purpose. Like, what is his motivation with this? I'm just kind of bumming around. That doesn't quite make sense. Like, because you can do that anywhere. Why go through the extra effort of this mountain? Also, I don't like the word bumming. Again, negative implications, as usual. So like that's taking like negative stuff onto him. I started this new job in Seattle. I thought I finally knew what I was supposed to be doing with my life, but I hated it. So I quit after a week and hopped a bus to Canada. I just felt this urge to get lost in the middle of nowhere. That makes more sense. So this idea of like, I feel lost in life and I don't know what to do with myself. Like a quarter life crisis. Now that I'm saying it out loud, I realize how flaky it sounds. It just sounds like you're under a lot of pressure. This also, like, there's also a pattern with these characters where they have a hard time, like, so when they have negative thoughts, they have a hard time seeing another way to look at it. So like with Madeline, it was like, here's a negative way that I'm thinking about myself. I forget what was happening at the time. And Theo was like, could it be that this is a defense mechanism? Or could it be that, you know, this is what's happening? Like he reframed things for her. He was basically saying, here is another way to look at things. And then Madeline was like, I don't know. So he reframed things for her. And she had a hard time accepting it. Madeline reframes things for Theo. I don't know if he'll accept it yet, right? We haven't moved past this dialogue. They each do that for each other, but they have a hard time doing it for themselves. Which is also something that we just tend to do. It's so much easier to sit there and go, what would I tell my friends? What would I tell, like if I was kind of this idea of sometimes we get stuck in these negative thought patterns and we sit here and we can't think of positive ways to look at it. We sit here and we go, I just can't think of another way to look at this situation. But then we can sit here and go, well, what would I tell a friend if they were in this situation? What would I tell a family member? What would I tell my kids? And instantly we can think of a lot more positive ways to look at it. Because we're so much kinder to other people than ourselves. And both of these characters are showing this with their own different like dialogue options, or not options, but like with how they talk about themselves and to each other. They kind of show this in their own way. It just sounds like you're under a lot of pressure. Not really. See, he denies it too. So they are both incredibly kind to each other, but have a hard time being kind to themselves. Everyone is so patient with me. Though I guess I am putting a lot of pressure on myself. So almost like, am I putting a lot of pressure on myself because I'm trying to live up to the standards that I feel like Alex lives up to, even though Alex also inherently probably puts a lot of pressure on herself. People always think that I'm comparing myself to Alex. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. But I swear that isn't the problem. I'm just worried that I'll never figure out where I'm going. That's the same thing though, right? Like, we look at lawyers, especially like civil lawyers, as like the good people in society, right? The ones standing up for the little guy. And we look at that as kind of like a very admirable job, right? And then for Theo to have a hard time figuring out what they want to do with their life, or not their life in general, potentially their life in general, but their job. And jobs in society feel incredibly important. Then that feels like the exact same thing. This idea of like, oh my gosh, first off, my sister's the golden child. Also, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. It's the same concept of comparing. You said you wanted to feel lost. Maybe you should just embrace that for now. Ooh, again, like both able to help each other, but have a hard time helping themselves. This idea of don't try to control it, maybe just sit with it, which is a lot of mindfulness. Maybe just sit with that feeling. It's uncomfortable, but we don't have to avoid uncomfortable things. That's avoidance. Maybe just sit with that feeling. Embrace it. Maybe. Ooh, I like that. Are you close to your grandpa? Ooh, yeah, let's talk more about your family. Are you close to your grandpa? Yeah, I was. Ooh. What happened to your grandpa? Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. That's just how it is. All I can do is stay positive. And live a meaningful life, because that's what he would want. That's sad. I'm so sorry, Theo. Thanks. Well, that was a sad option. Let's talk more about it. What else did you learn from your grandpa? Because there's like also a lot of mental health conversations if we learn that from our grandpa. And thinking about like how old grandparents like would be, and like usually like the farther back we go, the less mental health conversations there are. What else did you learn from your grandpa? So much stuff. Actually, he was the one who told me about Celeste Mountain. Why is that? He always said that this place changed his life. Go on. After I quit my job in Seattle, I realized how close I was to it. and felt like he was telling me to come here. Grandpa said that the mountain was special. Your grandpa isn't like Oshiro, is he? Do you think he went through the temple like us? Probably. Do you think he understood the power of the mountain? Probably. He never talked about what happened here. Doubt your grandpa was as messed up as me. So like that's another, like that's a way to like, again, like focus the negatives like on us. His experience is probably less violent. I mean, he knew the feather thing for a reason though, so we don't know that. He found the mountain before I was born. I don't know what he was like before that. I wonder what he learned about himself there, or here. Did he say anything about the Eldritch Horrors? I don't know. Who do you think built the temple? Why not vacation instead? Yeah, who do you think built the temple? Yes, we'll just go through these options. Who do you think built... These don't feel as, like, intriguing to me, but we don't know. Who do you think built the temple? It looks ancient. Yes, it does. It must predate everything else on the mountain. The resort, the ruins, the city. You also don't know is higher up. Oh, gosh. There's a lot of history here. Yeah. This mountain has meant so many things to so many people. I'm starting to understand why that crazy old lady lives here. It's not your grandma, is it? You ran into her too? What's her deal? I don't know. There's no, like, internet up here? I think she's just a mean person. Oh, look at her face. But she does seem pretty content living out here. That's fair, right? Like, I guess at a certain point, who are we to judge how people live their lives? Because if they're happy and they're not, like, hurting anybody, screw it. Like, let them live their lives. Why not take a vacation instead? What do you mean? Like, for fun? I like how Madeline, like, is so, like, disconnected from, like, the concept of, like, vacation and fun. She was like, I'm sorry. What? Dude, you need to change. So you chose to climb a mountain. Why not do something relaxing instead? Says the person who also chose the mountain. Go to Hawaii or, like, take a bath. This got awkward. I guess I feel like I need to accomplish something. So almost like, because we don't see self-care or relaxing as an accomplishment because it doesn't produce anything as an end result, it doesn't count. Which is also, I think, a reason why it's really hard to work towards self-care because it doesn't have an end result. There's nothing that we actually produce at the end, so why would we do it, right? Because our society focuses so much on end results and production, which is why we focus on, like, why wasn't I productive today? So it's hard to focus on self-care. And then we see self-care as a reward because it's like, I don't have to then focus on the productiveness. So here's your reward for being productive. And that's when we end up burnt out too, because we see self-care as a reward instead of a requirement. That was a lot. I guess I feel like I need to accomplish something. Sounds like you have enough on your plate already. But again, like, we like, what do we, like, culturally focus on, right? Like, if everything is about something that we produce, we're not going to focus on self-care because we're not rewarded for that. In fact, we're shamed, blamed, and guilted for it. I guess it is kind of extreme, but that's how I am. I need something to challenge me. And I can't just do something a little bit. It's all of me or nothing. All or nothing thinking often isn't great because the entire world, it's like, it's trying to sort the world into two different categories, one thing or the other. And the entire world is shades of gray. So then how do we sort shades of gray into black or white, basically? I want to remember this night. You know what? I want to remember this night. Let's take a selfie. I thought you'd never ask. Aw, they're both smiling. It's cute. despite everything, I feel pretty good right now. Wait a second. You're gonna reach the summit tomorrow. How do you know? Don't jinx it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm ready to put this all behind me. I'll be cheering you on. We should get some sleep. Okay, good night, Theo. Thanks for being cool. What can I say? It comes naturally. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna argue, but... Oh. What? Also, I realized that I've been streaming for a couple of hours and we have yet to take a break. So, I guess this is a good time for a break. Take like a 5-minute breather. Go to the bathroom, get some water. That kind of thing. Sound good? Before we get a gold feather, that kind of thing. So, come back in 5 minutes. And Hello. Welcome back. Actually, I should probably be here. Ready to go back to the game? Oh, I just realized the last time the fire was green, wasn't it a dream? Isn't that where like the battle and stuff happened? Welcome back, everybody. Hello. Hope you all had a good 5 minutes, good break, have water, all that other stuff. GM Redditor, you forgot that you had headphones and you suddenly hear a hello. That would actually be extremely creepy, especially if it's nighttime where you are. Oh, I didn't mean to dash right into you. Wait, my B button is also dash? Okay. What are you? What? Oh my gosh, I fly. Oh! This is really pretty. Also, the feather feels kind of... It feels kind of moot. Is that a feather and a bubble? Has that always been the thing? No. The feather feels kind of moot when I have infinite dashes. The Aurora Borealis, though, is really pretty. It's like a little tinkle sound. Why can't... Oh! I have to dash into it? Oh. Oh. Just let me get the feather. Oh, no! The music is changing a lot. Oh. Although, she's not attacking me. Yet. The Northern Lights are so beautiful. So far. Yeah, they are. Don't ruin this for me. Where are we? Wouldn't you know? You've like been a casual observer for everything else up until now. We need to talk. Listen, we need to talk. That's like the most intimidating thing you can say to anyone. If your parents say, we need to talk, it's like your parents saying your full name. First, middle, if you have it, last. If your romantic partner, interest, says, we need to talk, we need to talk. Okay. I finally understand who you are. Oh. Did like Theo shine some light on this? You're not my true reflection. Go on. I'm not. You're everything I need to leave behind. Oh. So Madeline isn't a burden. Her other self is baggage. You're cruel, paranoid, controlling. I will say, at least like creating some distance in between like her and these qualities, at least then she's not saying, I'm cruel, paranoid, controlling. It's like, oh, it's you. Why would you say that? I mean, have you seen the rest of the game? Or like the other stuff? No, it's okay. I understand now. She's very happy. I don't need you anymore. Oh, go. So this idea of like, my anxiety has served a purpose. All of these things that come with anxiety, right? Like trying to control things because that helps us feel better because of the anxiety. All of those things have served a very distinct purpose up until now. Kind of like if we use the analogy of of anxiety being like an alarm system, right? If I have an alarm system in my house that serves a purpose, right? So I know like if a fire goes off or carbon monoxide or a burglar, I guess, that serves a purpose, right? That's why it's there. But if the alarm system goes off all the time, it's not really like doing its intended purpose, right? I don't know if you've ever lived in a house where like the alarm systems go off all the time. And I'm not thinking like door alarms, I'm thinking like fire alarms, right? So like sometimes these alarms like just like go off when you're cooking all the time. And that gets to a point where like we still have that initial jump because it's an alarm. It's very loud. But like, we don't see the alarm the same way. So this idea of like, yes, this alarm has served a purpose, but it's not the same. And also like, maybe I don't need it anymore, as in like, maybe I can let go of these things and maybe I can embrace not having that anymore. That the analogy of like the fire alarm doesn't quite work anymore at that point, but I think you get my point. I don't need you anymore. So you're just abandoning me? Oh, are we going to just abandon her, or are we going to sit with her? Are we going to like what are we going to do with this? I'm setting you free. We'll both be so much happier. You're so... She's sad? Oh, nope, never mind. So stupid. Oh, no, you can stop that. Stop. No, stay in your text box. Stay where you're supposed to stay. Stay where video games have taught me you're supposed to stay. Do you think you can just leave me behind? She did say something about, like, controlling and paranoid and something else. So, like, of course that would react to this situation. You think you can blame everything on me? You think you're above me? You can just stop all of this. Stay in there, please. Answer me. Also, your coat is very fluffy. Oh, sad voice. Calm down, please. Calm down. So, like, the tentacle, I guess, like having the same feeling of like can't breathe. Breathe, Madeline. Use the feather. My brain first like read that as like use the force. These are not the droids you're looking for. Oh god, I never figured out which buttons did that. Just use all the buttons. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Notice that. It's not good. It's not bad. It just is. She does not like that feather. You're going to think about a feather to stop me. So, kind of like when we try to do mindfulness and meditation, and the thoughts try to intrude upon our mindfulness and meditation. That's how this feels, right? When we're trying, like, we're really trying that, especially in the very beginning when we haven't built up that skill yet. And our thoughts are like, I'm sorry, you think this is gonna work? Even that inherently by itself can be an intrusive thought. That's rude. What did that feather do to you? You are not above me. I don't think that's the implication. And you can't climb this mountain. I think we have. Although technically it would be jumping. It would be jumping over it. There's a lot of jumping. So much jumping. Stay in your box. Stay in the box. It's time to accept that. Says you, who like is having a hard time accepting so many things right now. Oh, Madeline, what's happening? Not great things. Oh. No! I worked so hard to get up there. Oh, that's not fucking fair. Oh, God. I can't. Now it's not cute to be under the water anymore. But is that a purposeful mechanic? Maybe. Maybe. At least I don't have to worry about holding my breath. Oh! Oh. Well. That's a thing. Okay, bye. I'm gonna go this way. Okay. I'm assuming this because I jumped. What is this? Nothing over here? Okay. Hey! You're not meant to just jump all the way up like I am, though. So where am I meant to go? Game. Am I meant to use you? Oh, it's not just when I jump. Oh! Oh, wait. But he won't change directions. I would like you to go up here, buddy. Or, no, down? Do I want you to go down? Interesting. I want to turn off invincibility. Oh, no. No, come here, come here. Oh! No. Nope. I'll embrace death. Wait, buddy. Ah. Oh. Oh, no, please. Oh, no. You know, I am this close to just leaving without you, okay? Okay, bye. I can avoid the crushing damage if I have invincibility on. Because then I just, like, go through the block. Yeah. Oh, would that keep going, though? Oh, this feather looks awful. Oh, 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 that's gross. It goes so fast. I am not above changing the game speed again. There. Now I gotta change it back. It's like a balancing act of like which of these assist mode things do I want right now? I'm also slightly paranoid there's gonna be like a thing off to one side or another. Oh, oh no, oh. Oh, you have to go through the crystals, don't you? All right, well, I am going to change the game speed. 70, 80. Let's try 80. There's just so many... There's so many crystals. And I don't play racing games. Oh no, oh no, oh no, leave me alone. I'm gonna go off to the left. The left feels safe, relatively speaking. Safety doesn't exist in this game. Every time I play this game, I am amazed at like how people could speedrun this. Cause like, also this is very pretty. Cause I'm assuming you get that block to shoot up through the crystals. How did you get the timing right on that? I have no idea. Oh, oh, that's death. Whoa, please. I mean, I know that it's like an incredible amount of practice that goes into it. Like, I know that that's the answer of like how that happens, but it's just like, just the incredible amount of difficulty that would go into it. Oh no, I overcorrected too much. I'm not above invincibility. You know what? I'll just keep it on. Oh, no. Oh! How? How? What are you? Oh. No, like, don't look at me that way. Don't judge me, okay? It is perfectly acceptable to use assist mode, buddy. Oh! But I have to be on top of you. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, okay? I've met Bob enough. I don't have to go every holiday or, you know, Thanksgiving or Christmas. I've done enough. I don't have to do it all the time. How do I do this? Very carefully. That feels accurate. I can't go to that further. Off to the right? What is the point of this room? Oh, God. Oh, I'm still in the right place. I was so close. Oh, no, it's over now. Why won't she leave me alone? I hate her. But she's part of me. So maybe is it more about accepting her instead of leaving her behind? I'll never be able to get rid of her. And she was right. I couldn't climb the mountain. Like, what's the point of this room? It's a mirror. Excuse me. It's a reflection. When's your deathless 100% all strawberry speedrun? In my dreams, that's when that is. That's... Oh, jeez. This is a really big waterfall that I'm not supposed to climb up this way. Oh! Why am I doing this? Why? Why do? Why do? Oh! That's a big block. Oh, that's the floor. Oh, you don't even break through those. Why? Why did you do that? Can I just... Oh, please. I have a feeling I'm skipping through parts again. There is no Madeline here. What? I'm also lost because I'm definitely going where I'm not supposed to be. As I am accepting. Why is the music doing that? What are you? I don't think I trust them. Blindfold speedruns are a thing? How? Can it be that much like muscle memory? There has to be so much practice that goes into that. Holy cow. I know I'm skipping just so much here. I don't know what these do, and they make me nervous. Everything here is death. Wow. Also, these look at me. Oh, and they only go in the direction that... they only go in the directions that have the blue on them. I like their sound effects. Under the hour mark, require a ton of practice. How? Are we talking like thousands of hours for speed runs? So like of practice, like thousands of hours of practice to do that. TAS to see how far it can be pushed. What's TAS? I don't know what that stands for. Oh! I should have known you were death. I don't know what I was thinking, just running my face into you. What are you? Can I break through? Ah, that makes sense. Tool-assisted speedrun? Oh, a robot does the game frame perfectly. So, are there people who have done... So, okay, so a tool-assisted speedrun then would be, like, basically as perfect as the game is capable of. Essentially, that's my understanding of it then, right? So, are there people who've done anything close to those times? All inputs are programmed. But then, inherently, a person still has to have programmed the times. I mean, that's, I guess, some of what... You don't even pick up the uranium anymore. That's some of what gets me about... I am not doing this room without invincibility. That's some of what gets me about like the like programmed stuff like that, is inherently a person still programmed it, so does that mean it's still not perfect? The sound effects are done by Kevin, so that's why they're called Kevin. Are the Kevins these things, the little circles, or Kevin's the square blocks? I just want to know so I know what to blame for all the things I've skipped. We'll go with that. Oh! Oh! You know, that worked! Oh my gosh, I would not do this. Kevin's are the blocks. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's as close as it gets. So then how... Here's what I wonder with that then. How do they... I don't know why I'm trying this. How do they make the game to where the game doesn't break with that? Is there some kind of like TAS involved with the actual game itself to make sure the game doesn't break when speedrunners or anyone in general uses TAS? I say this because I don't know how all of this works. What are you? Oh, you just go into like the abyss. You're a wall. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hi, Bob. You know, I'm just walking past, not gonna stay for long. I'm assuming that I go up. Bob hits differently when you can just walk through them. Holy cow. For the red berry TAS in the second checkpoint of chapter 4, there are about 26 different routes tested and optimized. Jeez. I imagine there's a certain amount of like art and science to that kind of stuff too. I think I'll just dash through this. I don't need the feather. The background in this really matches kind of the theme too. Oh, where am I going? Should probably know that. Just bump into all the walls. Oh, the bird again. At this point, it's not even a game anymore with all of the assist. We could say that. I think it's more about like, and this is where I think different perspectives come in. You know, I'm interested in like a lot of the dialogue stuff that comes up. Bye, bird. And I think if I was playing this like as a platformer, even without any assist stuff, I think this would take so much time, like so much time. And I kind of look at this as where I balance not getting frustrated while also trying to get to the points that are the most interesting, because life is so much about balance. Oh, hello again. Oh, thank you, Asami. Oh, hello again. General Kenobi. Of course you're here. It's so fascinating how the granny, like, beats us everywhere. Calling it quits, Icy. What? Why? No, I fell. Oh, that's right, because we're at the bottom of the mountain now. It's over. That's probably for the best. Okay, I also realized her dialogue box is surrounded by twigs. If we left now, would the other part of us be left at the mountain, or would the other part of us follow us? Because that would be rather haunting. The mountain doesn't pull any punches. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I get it. I wasn't strong enough to climb your stupid mountain. You can laugh at me again if you want. I didn't mean actually laugh. Sometimes you gotta know when to throw in the towel. You'll get over it. Like, literally get over the mountain. You know what? I had a lot of time to think climbing out of this cave. And I'm already over it. That part of me was right. I can't do this. Like, was it though? Oh. I'll just go home to my sad life and be miserable forever. It's like our negative thoughts are winning. You clearly aren't over it. Shut up, I know. I don't want to give up. But no matter how hard I try, she sabotages me every step of the way. A lot of kids come here to climb this mountain only to give up. It's a shame that you fell. I was starting to think you'd make it. But then, like, how do we define progress? If we made it even a few steps up the mountain and we still learn something from it, do we, like, and then we stop, do we call that, like, giving up? Do we call that, like, quitting? Or do we still call that progress? Like, is that still something that we would have learned something from? Take, for example, Theo's grandfather. If Theo's grandfather didn't successfully, like, reach the summit, but he still learned something from it that he taught his literal grandchildren, like, the whole rest of this family learned something from that experience, do we call that, like, a failure? It's a shame that you fell. I was starting to think you'd make it. What makes me so special? I've never met someone so angry at themselves. Honestly, I thought you'd reach the summit just to spite yourself. Gee, thanks. This girl you're talking about, it sounds like she's holding you back. Talk to her. That's true. Like, when has Madeline, like, sat down with her other self? I mean, like, not in that sense, just like, again, like, we often label these things as so negative. So there's an instinct to resist those things versus, like, sit down and maybe think about, like, why they happen. Is there a purpose behind it? Those kinds of things. Versus in the game, it's like a literal talk to her. Figure out why she's so scared. You think she's scared. So, like, reacting like a scared, cornered animal. Which very much, I think, fits what just happened. With, like, the other part reacting the way she did. This idea of, like, you think that you're gonna hurt me, so I'm gonna hurt you first. I guess I never thought of it that way. Stop wasting both of our time and ask her. What have you got to lose? This makes me wonder, too, if, like, the granny ever had something like that. Very similar experience for herself. So what was your experience like? I don't know how to find her. A mirror is a good place to start. It's a fantastic place to start. She's part of you, right? If you look for her, she won't take long to find. So you know about the mountain's power. Of course I know. I live here. I tried to warn you. Are you gonna laugh? You need to work on your messaging. Let me get you like a marketing consultant to help you with your messaging. A glimpse at the truth is good for people. Oh, so almost like even if I had better marketing, it wouldn't have been enough to, like, really convey the emotions behind her, like what it actually means. Even if most can't accept what they see, there's no shame in running back to your car and driving away. But then why use the word quit, right? Which, like, has all that negative connotation. Someday you'll be ready, then you'll come back. Oh, okay. So even if we use the word quit, the idea is you can try again. No. I'm going to see this through. No more running. I thought so. Good luck! Oh, there's more. How can you stand living here? Isn't it hard to deal with all this time? It's true, you never really get used to it. But it keeps me sharp. Can't we say that's true of, like, mental health, though? I like that about it. But the mountain is so confrontational. So is mental health. Sure, it doesn't beat around the bush. Celeste Mountain is a place of healing, dear. The first step of healing is confronting the problem. Very true. It's never easy. Tell me about it. So is there anything else off to this side? I don't think I'm supposed to go there. Can I use this? Oh, unless having a conversation with her means that. It feels like we're going into her hair. Oh! That's also an option. Oh, the movement. I don't like it. So it's actually like stop avoiding it. Looks like this is getting hairy. Oh. Oh. Hey, buddy, can you help me? Not crush me. I don't like falling into it. Also, I think it kept going. The block, Kevin. Oh. I don't like all these sound effects. I don't like the hair. I don't think Madeline likes it either. Oh. Why is the game speed down? Because I didn't want to run into crystals before I turned on invincibility. Oh. The sound effects on those circle guys remind me of arcades. It took me a while to place the sound. But that's what it reminds me of. The little ding 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 of arcades. And they push you back like that too. It feels like being in an arcade. There's like the unknown when you're approaching the hair because you can't see where you're falling down to. And I don't like it. It gives me anxiety. Bumpers, that's the word. That's going back to the arcade pinball sound effect. That's what the sound is. Yes. But like the hair with the unknown, it's very much like it fits in with the theme of like, I want to control things, but also, oh, it moves back to the areas I've been. But I'll like, we have a character who like wants to control things because of her anxiety. And that also has this theme of like going to see things. Like we want to see things because that means that goes to this feeling of wanting to control them. Oh, I'm fine with the water. But now I don't like having it not here at all. That makes it worse. Oh, are those fish bones? Oh, okay, it's back. Oh, good. This scary thing is back. I can keep it in my sights. Again, that's part of the control. If I can't see you at all, then it's inherently scarier. Again, more of the unknown. Ugh. Oh, that's crystals. Water doesn't just end like that. That's not how water works. Oh, I don't like the hair. Please stop. I thought we were supposed to go up, not down. Illegal water. I love the look on the block's faces. It's like a big ol' like... Alright, buddy. Well, I am not gonna use you. I'm just gonna dash myself into my own doom, if you're okay with that, buddy. Am I supposed to be higher up? No. The music stopped and I don't like that. Please come back, music. Even the hair can come back now. Again. I spoke too soon. Looking for me? I thought you were done with me. That was a mistake. I'm sorry. You think you've got it all figured out. So is that like her defense mechanism? Okay, wait. So Madeline has her own defense mechanisms, and she's potentially her like Madeline's defense mechanism. There's a lot of like, okay. You think you don't need me. I said I'm sorry. We need to move past this. You expect me to trust you? You aren't innocent here either. This isn't even like trust. It's almost like, can we just like talk, right? Like, warring countries, can someone have a conversation? However it is they manage to do it. Carrier pigeon, Facebook, however it is they manage to do it, then like, hopefully these two can just have a conversation. I don't know how much trust is involved, but like, it doesn't have to be complete trust is what I'm saying. You aren't innocent here either. But I know you're scared. Look, we're at rock bottom. There's no point in fighting. I can keep digging. So like, you want to bet? I could pull us down to the center of the earth. Let's not. Like, how about we try to not be like self-destructive? What would be the point? Exactly. Let's climb. That was very like anime. Let's climb out of here together. You take that anime shit and get out of here. Come close to me and I'll make you regret it. Oh no, don't make me fight you. Don't make me fight you. Again. Oh. Also, this block looks breakable. Okay, well, hi. Oh! It is. It is. Oh, God. What? Okay. Medusa. Would you... I don't... Well, I was right about the blocks being breakable. This is very different music and background from what I was expecting. I'm not sure what we're supposed to be doing with her. Like, giving her a hug? Oh! Oh! Not dying! That hit me. Is she actually trying to cave everything in on us? Like, I can't dig us deeper. Watch me. Like, she's having a tantrum. Oh. Oh, that's crystals. The way everything changes, too. Like, the glitchiness of it all is interesting. Oh, oh my gosh! Stop it! We're not supposed to be robots here. No. Oh, jeez. I don't know what I would do without infinite dashes here. Oh, no. Jeez. Just... That really didn't help. Holy cow. Nope. Do you, like... I feel like attacking our other self is not exactly the chat that the granny meant. I mean... Woo, woo. It... Oh, she literally is digging a steeper. Oh, stop! Stop adding more phases! You can't chide me for it being too anime, and then make it more anime yourself. Ooh, the scratching record. Ooh, keep going. Oh, this is a big block. I would very much like to be friends. We don't even have to be friends, just like come to somewhat of an understanding. Again, there doesn't have to be trust. It's also not fair that you can first off fly, but also your attacks go through walls, crystals. How also would you do this without invincibility? Incredible amounts of practice. Please stop. Are we just gonna go underneath the entire mountain? I don't remember what the mountain was called in Lord of the Rings. Where, they were like, this doesn't feel good. This is like a not good mountain. And my brain, of course, can't even remember Lord of the Ring characters' names. Because there's a lot of colors and choir-like orchestration sounds. Oh, gosh, stop. Holy cow. There's more hair, though. Mines of Moria. Thank you. That's it. Where it's like, we can go this way, around it, or we can go under it. Under was uncomfortable. And I didn't even read what she said. I got distracted by the Mines of Moria. You aren't a mountain climber. No. Obviously not. I'm just trying to help you. I don't even like camping, so, you know. None of this would have happened if you had listened to me. About what? Maybe that's the part of the entire interaction that we need to really listen about, is the fact that, like, from the very beginning, maybe we didn't listen. Ugh. Oh. Oh! Oh! I wasn't expecting them to go back up. Oh. Oh! I got distracted by the music. Because the music is all kinds of different. I don't know how I feel about it. Please stop. Can we go back to normal music? Because this music is incredibly unsettling. Oh, please stop. Oh, no, 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 no. It feels like a race to, like, beat all of her blocks. Oh, please stop. Ugh. I'll just... Yep. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh! I was like, where is she? She's past the hair, as she would be. Oops. Ugh. Stop. I don't know how I feel about all this. You look like the Spiky Boys. Fine. You win. I guess you don't need me after all. If you want me to go away, I'll try. That's not what I want. I need your help now more than ever. Please, let's work together. Work together? You're joking, right? Oh, it's okay to be scared. This is the first time that Madeline's really comforted her other side. Right? Like this idea of avoidance, not helping. So mentally, it feels like this is the first time she's not labeling the other part as like bad, horrible, awful, something like that. And maybe just sitting with it, which is often a big part of mindfulness meditation, that kind of thing. It's okay to be scared. Oh, cute. Or it's okay to feel a certain way. What? I just wasn't expecting the level up. So now we're incredibly deep in this mine. Not mine. Mine, I was thinking mine because of like Mine of Moria. Now we have to get back up. I wonder what the level up does. Oh, you get pink hair and 2 dashes. I've kind of had that a while. Assist mode kind of ruined the visual storytelling here. Yeah, I'll agree with that. Okay, so okay. Oh, so that would make getting up here easier. That makes more sense. I mean, like, I could already do that. Okay, let's not hit our heads, though. Who? Oh! Oh! That's cool. That's really pretty. How do we do that? If we can climb like that, maybe we can still reach the summit. You still climb the mountain? Why would we go back up there? Granny! Where were you? Just like sitting somewhere with binoculars going, okay, I can't go, I can't approach now. I can't approach now. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. I gotta wait. I gotta wait until like it's a good moment. I gotta wait for perfect timing. Okay, she has to climb a little higher. Okay, now I can go up and approach them. It's good to see you two playing nice. Hey, thanks for talking some sense into me earlier. Don't mention it. I'm glad I can still be useful every now and then. Madeline! Is that Theo? Madeline, you're okay. Does he see, like, her just floating there? I ran down to help, but it looks like you're doing fine. You didn't use the elevator. Thanks, Theo. Honestly, maybe that fall was what I needed. I feel like almost all of them have had some kind of a head injury, and they should probably be checked out by a doctor. Is this the part of you that we were talking about? Okay, so Theo does see her. She's like an adorable goth Madeline! Hi! You were right, Theo. I shouldn't be afraid of her. If her and I work together, we can still finish the climb. That's so rad. Wait, no. I didn't agree to this. You said we'd talk about things first. Ew. So, like, talking has to come first, and, like, in her mind, that wasn't an actual conversation. Like, they have to, like, fucking talk. You're right. Not arguing. I understand that you're scared. But we both know this is something we want to do. We have to try one last time. Yo! Theo, you've got this. I don't know. We're so close, and then we, fell. Is that what we're calling it? Is that what we're calling it? The mountain tore us apart. Yeah, that happened. But I have to believe we can put that behind us. I have to believe we're capable of this. I mean, you are capable of it. It's just whether or not you do it. It's not a bad idea. Also, like, can't you talk on the way? In theory. It'll still be difficult, mind you. Oh, is that what chapters 8 and 9 are? But I'm amazed you got as far as you did, butting heads like you were. I reckon you can make it if you cooperate. Okay, I'll try. Theo, can I help? You've already done so much for me. Let me hold your bag at least. Does Theo, like, actually want to help, or does Theo just, like, want to hang out with, like, the goth chick? Good idea. I wouldn't be surprised by either one. Like, he genuinely wants to help. It just kind of cracks me up. This won't take long. It won't? It won't take long? Aww. It's cute. Oh, that was chapter 6. There's still chapter 7. She leaves her baggage. Oh yeah, that's a way to put it. She leaves her baggage with Theo. That sounds horrible when we put it that way, though. This is awesome music. And the colors here are cool. Oh, I forgot I actually have to do it. Ah, oh, blue crystals again. Bob. Oh, I'm paying attention to the hair more, and I'm sitting here like, oh, it turns white when you jump, and then it's like, it's always been that way. This music is awesome. Okay, so then you would have more jumps to complete this part. Keep that infinite dash on? Oh, I will. Ever since I've had that on, I had no plan of taking that off. Absolutely none. I like how I grab that uranium, like, I need it. It kind of feels like the torches, where it's like, I just want it to have it. Oh my gosh, a side thing. No, absolutely not. I'm just gonna jump through this. At least in this area, it kind of feels easy to tell where to go. I say that as I'm like, there's open space. Huh. I'm probably just gonna keep the other thing on that my brain died on. I'm probably just gonna keep the invincibility on, because I've had it on up until now. Might as well just keep it on. Keep on trucking. This music is so cool. They did a really good job of like matching the tone with the music. I mean, I suppose that's kind of the goal. It feels like cheating to get the strawberries with invincibility though. I'll leave those. It's not like I'm gonna get them all anyways. This looks awful. How about I just do this? Oh. Yeah, this is not a big deal. Oh my gosh. Oh! Is that an eye? I don't like that it kind of looks like an eye, but these purple ones are really cool now. Oh, yeah. Oh! It's not as high as I thought it was. I want to get you because you're cute and you're my friend now. Not because I need you. It's so cool! Oh, I can put the game speed back. That's a really good point. Yeah, I'll do that next time I can. We're getting the hang of that. If you say so. She's so reluctant to admit it. This mountain doesn't stand a chance. Stop jinxing it. Oh my god, do we actually have to do it all again? Well, if we have to do it all again, it is inherently easier. You weren't here before. It's inherently easier because of the double jump. Okay. So, like, I can see what's coming? Interesting. But, like, what's the point in that? Other than to, like, maybe see where the uraniums are? The music changed. Does the music change with the height? Ugh. You know, I'm just gonna jump past. Do not make me get these. Ugh. I have to get these. Oh, so it's like the music from the earlier levels, but slightly different. That's cool. I don't think oh, that's not what I was expecting. I don't think I would have recognized it enough. Or I don't think I was, like, I don't think I would know the music well enough from the earlier levels to, like, know. So, okay, if this is, like, reminiscent of the early levels, are these the strawberries that I missed? I love that. Oh. Oh, how? Oh. And then I forgot how those work. No. There we go. That's cool. Okay, so then I breeze through that chapter. Breeze through it. Okay, so this chapter has nothing to do with the previous level. So if I had gotten all the strawberries on the previous levels, these strawberries would still be here. Okay. So this is completely new. Okay. How are you feeling? Fine. Fine is a word that we say to, like, stop people from to, like, answer that question in, like, a politically correct way kind of a thing, but without actually saying how we're doing. I'm just waiting for something to go wrong. After Mori, when I hear, like, waiting for something is like waiting for something to happen, is exactly how my brain filled in that sentence. No matter what happens, I'll be right there with you. It's kind of comforting. You know what's really scary? I'm starting to believe you. That's a whole new level of vulnerability. fun music. Oh yeah, these guys. Oh, I don't. This is a huge chonker. Oh, I need to... Oh. That also works? Okay, I need the shields. It's Space Jam. Oh! Oh, I'm just flying everywhere, aren't I? Oh yeah, because if I didn't have like the double jump stuff, I would need these to refill my dash. Oh, that's a whole new level of stuff I don't want to conceptually think about. I just want to keep going up. Let's just keep going up. Oops. Oh. Excuse me, Bob. I would very much like to get around. You know, down? Can I go down? There! Oh, I do want to go up. That also works. Oh, that's, that was a spiky all-around boy. Yeah, this area is definitely completely different from everything else I saw before. Yay! I have a friend. A friend who will always be there with me. Oh, hey. Isn't that like what a lot of kids shows are about? A friend who's always there with you. Nice job back there. Good voice. Look at you. Miss Positivity over here. I feel like that needs like finger guns. You're so supportive. Don't push your luck. Like reluctant to admit the positive thoughts. I don't want to avoid this, so I'm just gonna go right through that. I do not like these dust sprite mite things. Ugh. You can dash through the crystal wall sometimes. It's a frame perfect maneuver. I wonder how practical that is to figure out for like speedrunners and stuff, because oh no, don't go down. I guess I think of something like that almost like, is it worth the risk of not getting that exact spot or not? Oh yeah, Mr. Arushi. I wonder if he is still here. In theory he is, or he could be, but he could also not. That's some bullshit. I'm just saying, this is when I'm glad I have the invincibility on. Because like, I think, oh, please. I think if we're talking about like not avoiding anymore, he wouldn't be here. Ugh. Nope, I'm not gonna try to pretend to get through all that. That looks awful and horrible. Oh. I didn't realize that wall could move. Oh, this ice area kind of looks familiar. Oh, we go down. I was like, how do I get through that wall? Tame the dust bunny with carrots. Do all bunnies like carrots? Genuinely curious question. I've never owned bunnies. Have I played Hades? No, I haven't. I own it. I want to play it sometime, but I've never played it. Whoa! I forget that she drops me until a certain point. Oh no, over here. Oh, that's a wall. Where did she go? Oh. You gotta do both sides. Okay, so for bunnies, carrots are a good treat, but not a staple food. Huh. Oh, high in sugar. I didn't think of it that way. You just always see like Bugs Bunny with a carrot. Oh, I hope Mr. Oshiro's okay. Yeah. Why? He treated you like garbage. Well, Mr. Oshiro is like dealing with their own stuff. Not that it makes like rude stuff okay, but like sometimes knowing that stuff helps. But also like we can still wish someone well. Yeah, but I still care about him. Also, I think that there's a certain point where we like understand where someone's coming from. And if we want ourselves well, like good things, we would also want them to experience good things too, because otherwise if it's like, oh, well, they deserve bad things, but the reason why they're doing those like things is because of mental health stuff, then it's like, that's like saying, well, if I experience mental health stuff, then I deserve bad things. You didn't have to snap at him like you did. Whatever. I mean it. You're way too aggressive. Well, you put too much energy into bad people who will just end up hurting you. Mr. Oshiro isn't a bad person. I mean, that kind of begs the question, like, how do we define a good person versus a bad person? He transformed into a monster. Didn't he only do that, though, like, after he was insulted? He tried to hurt you. And now you're defending him. I'm not defending him. I'm on your side here. I'm mad at him, too. I might still be in that hotel if you hadn't forced the issue. But I still hope he's all right. This feels like the idea of, like, deserve. Like, what do we deserve? Okay. I'm sorry for snapping at Mr. Oshiro. Thanks. It's in the past now. So we didn't see them at all. I suppose it makes sense. We're kind of, like, just running to the top. I am not gonna mess with these bubbles. I'm just gonna speed through Bob. Say hi to Bob's family. This whole level I kind of sped through, to be fair. The first time, too. It was like, okay, bye. All those crystals! Bugs tends to hold carrots like a cigar, so that's a possibility. Oh. You know, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like the amount of things that used to be okay in cartoons but aren't okay now. Ugh, the wind. I forgot about that. This like tiny hole. Okay. Thank you. Good. Those bubbles really gun for you. Oh. Oh, and these blocks that I'd never also really messed with. I feel like I skipped this entire level because of assist mode. Which I'm okay with. Like, realistically. But it's also then interesting to visit it a second time and to be like, I don't know all these mechanics. As well as I realistically would. For the very same thing I'm repeating right now. Oh. Left or right? Left. No. Oh. Yes. Yes, left. Oh, this is that like seed thing. You gotta collect them all before hitting the ground. You can jump on the spikes as long as you're traveling in the direction the spikes are facing. Ugh. There are some things, okay, thank you, in games like this where it's like, how much do I want to think about this? Like, is it worth the thought involved? I don't know. I think I need to go the other direction. Oh, that's not what I want. This way? Sure. Oof. I also wonder too, like, are because there's like Hollow Knight and Ori and like those other games that are very similar to Celeste in my mind, right? Someone who hasn't played them, but I wonder difficulty wise how they rank up. So how, like, if we're comparing those games, is Celeste more difficult than like Hollow Knight? Sure, we'll just go through all those crystals. And Ori, I know that Hollow Knight has a boss run that is incredibly difficult and or maybe impossible. I don't know, but I don't know in general how like the regular parts of those games compare. About the same. You would not enjoy Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is just as difficult as Celeste, but in different ways. Well, doesn't Hollow Knight have more bosses? Massive amounts of dying. I didn't know if they like, again, like platformers are like not usually something that I lean into. So I didn't know if there were like some games that are just inherently more difficult on purpose, like the like the Dark Souls of platformers. Path of Pain, is that what the boss run is? That was a close one. Yeah, I wasn't sure if we'd make it. I mean, there's the invincibility though. I was pretty sure we'd make it. Maybe you were right. Maybe this is too dangerous. No. So now the roles have switched, right? Like now our negative thoughts are becoming more positive. And like now those are the encouraging ones. So can we even say that like the other part of us are negative thoughts? I was wrong. We can climb this mountain. I've got your back. And I believe in you. That means a lot to me. This is super high up. Huh. Oh, those doors. Oh my gosh, this looks awful. Oh, the Pantheons are the boss rushes that I was thinking of. Okay. It would be nice if some of these really difficult games had an assist mode. I don't know if those other ones do, though. Not that I've heard of. Again, like, I've never played them. What I know of Hollow Knight is very limited, and what I know of Ori is that the first Ori game is incredibly sad. Your anxiety believes in you. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, don't crush me, please. Okay. This area is very lost. Oh, but now the mirrors aren't so terrifying. That's a plus. Yeah, the mirror isn't the same. The mirror feels like more positive because now it's like, oh look, I can see the version of me who is encouraging instead of like, huh. Eldritch horror. No, I wanted to go up. Oh, I suppose it would help if I hit the right buttons. There we go. Oh, that doesn't get me anywhere, does it? Oh, but I can go here. Oh, but I can't. I mean, I can just do this, I suppose. I don't think that's how it's intended. Probably not. There's a strawberry on the other side. I don't know where to bring the key, though. Oh! That's all it. Oh! You know what? I didn't need that anyways. 'Tis a silly bubble. And those are silly blocks. Oh! Silly blocks almost crushed me. Shouldn't minimize the bubbles in the blocks. Don't think that's how that's supposed to work. This area always felt incredibly maze-like. Oh. Eldritch eye holes. There we go. The amount of crystals. Bob holds no power over me anymore. That is one way to say it. Now Bob just doesn't hit the same. Oh, now if I like miss something, it's nobody's fault but my own, and that just that's different. Ooh, hello. There's so much. Oh. Part of the fun of Bob is the fact that I can just blame anything on Bob. I can't really do that anymore. This is it, the home stretch. We're so close. We're going to make it. Yeah. What's wrong? I'm sorry. I was holding you back. I need to learn to trust you. It's not your fault. I tried to leave you behind, and honestly, I've been trying to leave you behind my entire life. I'm sorry. I wish I tried to understand you sooner. I was too proud, or stubborn, or something. We wasted so much time and energy. At least we're finally talking about it. So that also tells me that when that this other version of ourselves isn't just because of the mountain. So leaving the mountain means that like this other version of ourselves, including all the help and support and assistance and all that other stuff, like all of that won't leave when we leave the mountain. Yeah, I'm glad the mountain brought you out. Even though there was like a huge spike of anxiety that came with this, it's almost like that was worth it. Because it's hard to see that in the moment. It's hard to see that good things can come on the other side of difficult things, of hard things, of scary things. I think we can move past this. If we can climb this mountain together, we can do anything. What if we don't make it? You guys are flying right now. I think that you'll be fine. I think you'll figure a way out of it. I think you'll problem solve. I'd be okay with that. You would? Of course. I'm just glad we're trying. I really needed to do this. I'm finally starting to understand why. Let's finish it. Very Mortal Kombat. This music is always so cool. Oh, geez. You're all supposed to be wall hugging, climbing this. What are you? Pew! It's cute. It is how I imagine climbing a mountain would be. it's raining. At this altitude, wouldn't it be snowing? I don't know what other sound effect would go with that. What sound effect? Yeah. What sound effect goes with confetti? Oh, I need to not hit my head. Whee! Oh, wee would be a good one. Whee! They say different things. I didn't even pay enough attention. I just got too distracted by the confetti. It's like a little kazoo sound effect sometimes too. I would very much like to go up. Seriously? It's adorable. Where's the next one? Oh, no, I can't pass it. Whee! No. Whee! Like a little whistle, yeah. Hey, this time you're intended to go up like that. Just like, you know, with uranium. I love it. With like the confetti. Also, who refills the confetti every time? Or are there just that few people who get up here? But someone inherently has to have gotten up here before to have filled the confetti. I love my little daily dose of positive reinforcement for climbing this mountain. Whee! Oops. Yes. Whee! I'm just saying hi to Bob, maybe for one last time. Oh no. Need little shields. I love it. I haven't even I have not even been paying attention to what the numbers are. I just look for the next one. Ugh. Oh, there's the next one. We're at 10. Whee! Oh, off to the left. 9. 8. It feels like a New Year's countdown. 7. Only there wouldn't be as dramatic of a pause in between each number for New Year's. 6. Did I miss a number? Oh no. 5. I was like, I can't miss a number. 4. Oh. Okay. 3. I'll make it a surprise. Okay, I'll make it a surprise. Then it'll be more fun. I forgot what number I was at. Oh, 3! I'm like, I'll make it a surprise, and then I forget what number I'm at. Where's 2? 2! This music is really good. 1. 0? Music is changing. Happy New Year. We actually did it! I can't believe it. Wow, it's so beautiful. Look at how far we've come. I'm glad I got to see this before before you what? This feels like what someone says before they like die. Well, before I... Oh, right. When we leave... Oh. So in a way, it is like she won't be around anymore. When you leave the mountain, you won't be able to talk to me anymore. At least not like this. Yeah. I know that we need to go home eventually, but it'll be scary to lose his body. So, like, what does it mean to die, right? You'll still exist, though. You were part of me before we came here. Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna have to depend on you to listen to me, which takes a lot of trust and vulnerability. So inherently doesn't like having these conversations like while climbing the mountain help with that. Even if I can't talk to you in person anymore. I just can't go back to how it was before the mountain. Don't worry, I can't go back to that either. I really want us to work together from now on. I believe you, but I'm still nervous. So, now what? Let's just enjoy this for a bit. Take some selfies? Oh. It's really pretty. Also really sad. Oh, well, Is this them climbing down? It can't be like my gameplay because it's not them jumping into everything. Dashing. It's actually like jumping. Oh, those are such cute pictures. I think the game is really cool. I'm glad I played it instead of just like looking at someone else's gameplay to like comment on. I'm finding myself still wondering questions like are we saying that her anxiety is just gonna be like done because of this? But I don't get that feeling. I think it's more just like I'm coming to terms with things and I'm finding it easier to sit with uncomfortable things. This is also really stinking cute that they're jumping on the clouds like this. Like they're having fun. We'll see a speed run. I don't think so. Oh my gosh, that's cute. The little dust sprites helping clean up. That's adorable. That also makes me wonder if Madeline is going to stay in touch with like Theo. It feels like they're playing too, where it's like all of these things that used to be very haunting, like the multiple versions of that part of her, are now like being used for fun instead of terror. Very wholesome, yeah. The photos of it too. bridge is fixed. Who fixed the bridge? What does Granny do in her spare time? Some of my questions will be answered on Theo's Instagram. That's like a wink, wink, hint, hint. Oh. Oh, oh, I'm still doing a thing. I'm doing a thing. Are we going to Granny's house? Welcome back. I was not expecting that. Madeline, have you just been like having cocoa with this mysterious granny? Did you make it to the summit? Yeah, we did. It was incredible. Beautiful, isn't it? I didn't think it would be worth it, but it totally was. I should have given you my phone so you could take the ultimate selfie. Yep, a selfie up there would have been pretty nice. Good evening, everyone. Sir Oshiro came down. Is the hotel fixed? What are you doing here? A little bird, quite literally, told me there was to be a party. Oh my gosh, it's so stinking wholesome. RSVP, my bird, positively magical. But if I am unwelcome, I shall take my leave. Like, woe is me. Please stay, Mr. Oshiro. It's good to see you. You know, this is the first time I've seen you outside that hotel of yours, Oshiro. Isn't she the only one to not call him Mr. Oshiro? I'm glad I missed that. Madeline here is baking us a pie with all the strawberries she's been collecting. Oh, it's so cute. Oh, that's wonderful, Miss Madeline. I haven't had strawberry pie since I was a kid. I don't think I've ever had strawberry pie. Usually it's like cherry pie, apple pie, peach. This is gonna be amazing. Look, this is like my pie. Maybe you get a piece. Don't get your hopes up. She's not much of a baker. Look, you don't have to tell them that, okay? Strawberries are just to impress your friends, but collecting them only if you want them. RSVP is like when you get an invitation from someone. I don't know what RSVP stands for exactly. I think it's technically a French phrase or maybe Latin, but basically it's like saying like you will or won't come. You also said I wasn't a mountain climber. That's fair. That's fair. True. I can't promise it'll live up to the hype, Theo, but I tried my best. I mean, like, what goes into a strawberry pie, right? You got like flour, sugar, butter, strawberries. Not in that order. Maybe eggs. I don't know. You mix it up in a certain order. You put it in a stove, oven, whatever. You get it hot. You put enough sugar in that. It's gonna taste good. I don't know how I would mess that up other than like put it in there for too long. It's hard to make that bad. I say, as I don't bake stuff. Put enough sugar on it, it'll be fine. So, how's it taste? Oh, it's cute. Like Granny's in there. Madeline, I super appreciate you baking for us. But I don't think I can eat this. You just put extra sugar on it. It'll be fine. It's the thought that counts. You people just can't appreciate good food. Okay, so wait, like the other part of us who first said you can't bake is now the part defending us? I'll eat all of it myself. You don't have to do that. Yeah, it was an empty threat. Oh. Oh, I died a lot. 33 out of 175. Jeez. So cute and wholesome. I didn't get enough hearts for that. What's this? What? Oh. I don't think that I'm clear, full clear B side. Speed runs. Yeah, no, I don't think that's, I don't, Global Steam stat, no. Okay, so that's like our record book? Oh, the more berries you get, the better the pie. Well, that explains why it's so bad. Again, you just put enough sugar on it, and I'm sure it'd be fine. Well, that shows how little strawberries I got. I really... Here, I suppose I don't have to sit here like this. Here I go. I really liked the game. It's a fun game. The assist mode, I think, really helps. So if there's someone like me who like isn't good at platforming or doesn't play a lot of platformers, it's very accessible. Lightly dust with sugar. Oh no, Ava, I do not lightly dust with sugar. I dunk in sugar. There has to be a point where your pie is just sugar with strawberry on top. I mean, isn't that what you do with strawberries already? Oh, the collector's edition comes with a recipe for strawberry pie. I'm probably gonna just like watch the other chapters, like see what they are. Diabetes ahoy! Maybe. Will I make a video about my thoughts? That's what I'm leaning towards. I have no idea when that will happen though. Just because of like watching the other chapters and gathering my thoughts and like making the actual video, that kind of thing. So my current thought is making a video about my thoughts, and slapping it all together, so to speak. But I have no idea when that will happen. Will I stream my reaction? Probably not, just because I'd be watching another video from YouTube, and so if I then stream my video, I don't know if that's copyright, basically. I don't know how YouTube handles that. But I am thinking about putting up like a video of like my overall thoughts. I just don't quite know like when that will happen. So basically next stream, which I believe will be next Monday, not next Tuesday. Wait, I should look at my calendar before I speak of that. Yeah, oh yeah. So I believe next Monday is when I can stream, and that'll be a different game. I do have Wandersong 2 on my list of games to play. I just don't know like when that might happen. It's also a game I already own. I'm not sure when I'll play Undertale. I have kind of a list of games that I'm thinking of streaming and a list of games I'm thinking of recording. And Undertale is on that list, and One Shot is on that list. I'm just not quite sure where they are on each of those lists. I don't think I'm gonna play the last chapters, because from what I've been told or understand, I need like crystal hearts and unlockables and all that other stuff. And so I don't think I'm going to unlock those myself, at least not right now, at least not before I do my own kind of video. I might do it sometime in the future, but My thought is like watching like gameplay, and then doing some kind of my own thought video, that kind of things. Little Misfortune is on my list of games to play, but again, like I don't know where it is on kind of like on my list of games, so to speak. Where I'm coming from when I say I don't know where it is on my list of games to play is I'm hesitant to say that it is I don't want to give the impression that like it's my next game to play when I don't know where it is kind of on my list. But it's a game that I own already, so like that's not a barrier to me playing it. I just don't know if there are other games that I plan on playing first off the top of my head. Same with like One Shot and Undertale. I just kind of like don't know where everything is kind of fitting together right now. And I don't want to feel like I'm making promises that like that kind of thing. I'm probably gonna play Undertale and Deltarune. My understanding is that I should play Undertale first and then Deltarune. Have I thought of playing the new Five Nights at Freddy's game? I haven't really. I've never played those games. Not that I have anything against them. I just have never really gotten into the franchise, so I don't think I'm going to play it. So Undertale should definitely come first. Yeah, I've only played like 20 minutes, 27 minutes of Undertale. So I should probably do that first then before Deltarune. But I don't see any reason why I can't do both. Again, I just don't know. I don't know when I'll play those. And even though Deltarune isn't complete, I can still play the first 2 chapters that are out. I have Inscription too. Again, I don't know where that'll kind of come into play. Undertale's not long. It's like 6 hours. I guess I used to think of it as a really long game. And I've come to realize that after playing Himori, I think of Undertale as a lot shorter now. I used to think that Undertale was extremely long, which is why I didn't play it. But after Himori, it's like, oh, Undertale is nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, I also have Inscription too. Franbo Bao is also on my list because I believe that Franbo is by the same developers as Little Misfortune. Do you guys have any plans for the rest of the day? I am going to play the Hikikomori route sometime. Yeah. What are some of my favorite games? I've probably put way more hours than I'd like to admit into Final Fantasy 14, and I really like Final Fantasy 15. No plans for the rest of the day, Mega Eevee? I mean, that's okay. You don't have to have plans. I think it's also really refreshing sometimes to not have plans. Play games and chill. Very important question. How was my day? My day has been pretty good. I finished Celeste, so that's pretty good. Working on progression writing? What's progression writing? Will you do a let's play of any Final Fantasy game? I don't know. I'm not quite sure about that one. Oh, progression writing is trying to write a story. Got it. That makes sense. Writing is something that can be really hard to do, right? It's super common to get that writer's block and tell ourselves we have to write it a certain way or something like that, and then feel like the words won't come out and get stuck that way. Reading and cleaning my room. Cleaning a room has to me always felt like a huge task. So kudos to you, Ava. Oblivion, your left arrow key is not working, but trying to play Celeste multiplayer. Could you use a controller? When it comes to mods of stuff like maps, I've never used mods, and I will totally own that. I know that there are some games that use a ton of mods, and there's a huge modding community for a ton of games. Do most games just have like mods for certain things, like looks, I guess? I can't think of the word I'm looking for. Or is it like actual maps? One does not simply switch from keyboard to controller. That is fair. For Celeste, people make actual maps. I would not want to do that. Like play, because like I feel like when I think of maps that like other people make, I think of it being like a challenge to like make the hardest map possible. Controller feels less precise. I can see that. Have I seen the bad ending in Amori? Maybe. Dark Souls is a very wholesome game. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I feel like this is a good place to kind of like stop the stream for now. I don't like, I kind of went into the stream today expecting like not expecting to finish it, quite honestly, even though that was kind of a hope that I had. So I'm really glad that I was able to finish it. Next Monday, at the usual time, it's 10 o'clock for me in the morning, will be a different game. It'll be posted earlier, like what the game is. And then it'll be a whole new experience, which will be exciting. So probably not a platformer, just because something different. But it has been really fun playing and hanging out today. I really wish that all of you have a great rest of your day or evening or night, whatever time of day it is. And my brain died. I had another thought, and then my brain died. But either way, it's been fun. I hope that all of you have a great rest of your day.